to the police of Bengaluru. They have to take some responsibility for 11 lives lost on June 4th.
Exactly, a major setback to the Karnataka, Congress-led state government also, which has taken action on the police department, suspending many of the senior IPS officers, including the Bangalore Police Commissioner, which is first time in the history of Karnataka ever claiming that the police department was responsible for the stampede and the loss of life of RCB fans previous month on 4th, where lakhs together of RCB fans had gathered near the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bangalore for the victory parade and the celebration of RCB, trophy winning moment. But when the court, that is CAT, heard the petition filed by one of the suspended IPS officer, Vikas Kumar, has clearly said that the state government action suspending the IPS officers is clearly wrong, and also asked the state government to reconsider its decisions, not only about the Vikas Kumar who has filed the petition, but also about the other IPS officers who were suspended. And also, while hearing this case, the CAT has clearly said that while looking at the case and the stampede and the situation there, and hearing the argument in the court regarding this case, it is very clear that it was RCB which was responsible, not the police officers. So if any action has to be taken, it has to be on the RCB and its management, but not on the Karnataka police officers, is what the court has said today in its judgment.
Well, absolutely, Smita. Thank you for those details. We'll keep coming back to you. It's a big setback for the Karnataka government that was trying to pass the buck entirely on the police and a single officials. Now, moving on, viewers, an FIR has been filed in Himachal. Big breaking coming in, viewers, at the moment. External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar's has dismissed Trump's ceasefire claim yet again. Jai Shankar dismisses ceasefire claim. He said that I was in the room when Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to United States President J.D. Vance. Now, the External Affairs Minister has said that no India-Pak ceasefire request was made. This is once again India reiterating itself, asserting that there was no mediation required. The ceasefire happened on the request of Pakistan, and that he specifies that he was in the room when J.D. Vance called, and US's mediation or India's participation, the way it has been propagated in front of the media, is wrong. Jai Shankar putting a very strong foot over there. This is the big breaking news coming in, viewers. S. Jai Shankar, the External Affairs Minister, they're making a big statement saying that I was in the room when there was a call between the two nations as far as the ceasefire is concerned. He stated that he was there at the time when Prime Minister Narendra Modi on May 9th had spoken about the ceasefire. There was no mediation request from India. It was Pakistan that requested for a ceasefire. Moving on, viewers, let's shift our focus to the state of Himachal Pradesh, where an FIR has been filed against the Himachal Pradesh Panchayati Raj and Rural Development Minister Anirudh Singh. The minister is accused of physically assaulting and verbally abusing a senior NHI official during an on-site inspection in Shimla's Bata Kufar area on June 30th. The complaint was lodged by Achal Jindal, a technical manager with the NHAI, following the collapse of a 5-story building in the area. The NHAI has taken serious cognizance of the matter, and the Congress Minister, Mr. Singh, Anirudh Singh, is under massive fire for his behavior towards the NHAI official. These are the visuals that we are getting in. As you can see, that the NHI official in very bad condition over there, and this has sent shock waves across Himachal Pradesh because questions are being raised on this minister, whom you can see is a close aide of Rahul Gandhi over there in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Those are the visuals, him with the top rung of the Congress party, Rahul Gandhi over there, and on the left of your screen you can see the condition of the NHI official over there. We're getting more breaking news in the similar story, viewers. Escalation in the case involving Himachal Pradesh Minister Anirudh Singh. Santosh Kumar Yadav has written to the Himachal Pradesh Chief Secretary demanding a detailed inquiry after the NHI officer was allegedly manhandled by the Congress minister during a site visit in Shimla. The letter states that officers sustained grave injury and had to be hospitalized. The NHI chief has also called for strict action against those responsible. So the matter has been escalated, viewers, as we saw in those visuals that the person, the NHI official here, had to be hospitalized. He's in very bad condition at the moment, and now a serious cognizance has been taken where a request to pin the responsibility has been made. We also have former Union Minister and Himachal Pradesh MP Anurag Thakur speaking on the matter, criticizing the Congress government's attitude in the entire matter. Listen in.
देखिए, देवभूमि का इससे बड़ा दुर्भाग्य क्या होगा जहां के एक मंत्री का नाम एफआईआर में आए, कंप्लेंट में आए और ये कहा जाए कि नेशनल हाईवे अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया के अधिकारियों को कमरे में बंद करके उनके सिर फोड़ने का काम किया जाए। आखिरकार हिमाचल प्रदेश में सरकार है या नहीं है? और सरकार है तो सरकार के मंत्री किस काम पे लगे? रेलवे लाइन के लिए पैसा दिया जाता है तो वहां राज्य की सरकार अपना हिस्सा नहीं डालती। सड़कों के लिए पैसा दिया जाता है तो उस काम को करवाने वाले अधिकारियों को बंद कमरे में मंत्री और उसके सहयोगियों द्वारा पीटा जाता है। अभी विमल नेगी जी का केस हल नहीं हुआ था, वहां सीबीआई की जांच हुई, अभी वो पूरी नहीं हुई और दूसरे अधिकारी का सिर फोड़ने का काम किया गया। हिमाचल प्रदेश के अधिकारी कर्मचारी सुरक्षित हैं या नहीं? मुख्यमंत्री जवाब दें। और हिमाचल प्रदेश में क्या अधिकारियों को मरने पर, आत्महत्या करने या उनकी हत्या करने पर जिस तरह के संगीन आरोप लगे हैं और अब जिस तरह से उनके ऊपर प्रहार किए गए, ये अपने आप में कांग्रेस की सरकार पर सवाल खड़े करता है।
अधिकारी के सिर पर मारा और लहूलुहान होकर के वो आईजीएमसी में अंडर ट्रीटमेंट है। हमने कल मामले को उठाया, लेकिन बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, कंप्लेंट आने के बावजूद भी मामला दर्ज नहीं। मैंने रात को लगभग 10:30 बजे के समय डीजीपी से बात की और उन्होंने कहा कि कंप्लेंट नहीं आई। मैंने कहा मैं आपको कंप्लेंट भेजता हूँ, मेरे पास आ गई है। तब तक के लिए शायद उनके पास भी कंप्लेंट आ गई और एफआईआर दर्ज हुई है। और एफआईआर दर्ज जो हुई है उसमें सेक्शन जो है वो सिर्फ बाधा, काम में बाधा डालने की छोटी जो सेक्शन के तहत किया है। मेरा ये मामला है, मेरा कहना है कि ये 307 का मामला बनता है, जानलेवा हमला, यानी कि उनको जान से मारने का प्रयत्न हुआ है और इस सारे मामले में कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। मंत्री को मंत्रिमंडल से बर्खास्त करना चाहिए, त्यागपत्र ले लेना चाहिए या बर्खास्त करना चाहिए, लेकिन कार्रवाई निश्चित रूप से होनी चाहिए। और दूसरी तरफ आप देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे नेता, हमारे विधायक, पार्टी के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष सिर्फ एक लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था के अंतर्गत सड़क में प्रदर्शन कर रहे थे, उनके ऊपर 307 लगाई है। ना उनने किसी का खून बहाया, ना किसी को चोट पहुंचाई, ना किसी का लाठी मारी, लेकिन उसके बावजूद उनके ऊपर 307 का मामला है। लेकिन मंत्री महोदय जी ने सिर फोड़ दिया, कमरे में अंदर कुंडी मार करके अपने साथियों के साथ पिटाई की, उसके बावजूद भी 307 नहीं। कार्रवाई बनती है और निश्चित रूप से कार्रवाई बनती है और कार्रवाई ये बनती है तुरंत मंत्रिमंडल से बर्खास्त किया जाना चाहिए।
Well, viewers, that was former Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, Jairam Thakur, seeking justice in the matter where an NHI official was brutally tackled by a Congress minister. Moving on, viewers, the annual Amarnath Yatra is all set to begin, and this year the focus is just not faith but is also massively on the security. Multi-layer arrangements have been put in place to ensure safety of thousands of pilgrims. Let's take you through this detailed ground report.
Pilgrims from across the country have started arriving at the Bhagwati Nagar base camp in Jammu as the sacred Amarnath Yatra is set to begin from early tomorrow.
बम बम बोले के जय घोष के साथ ही बाबा बर्फानी के भक्त जो हैं अमरनाथ यात्रा के बेस कैंप जम्मू में पहुंचना शुरू हो गए हैं। यात्रा कल सुबह जो है जम्मू के भगवती नगर बेस कैंप से रवाना होगी, जिसको लेकर पहले ही श्रद्धालुओं में जो जोश है वो देखने को मिल रहा है। लगातार बाबा बर्फानी के जय घोष के साथ ये श्रद्धालु हजारों सैकड़ों की संख्या में लगातार जो है इस बेस कैंप पर पहुंच रहे हैं।
Excitement, devotion, and a deep sense of security mark the mood at the base camp.
यात्रा को मतलब होता है पैदल ही है जी, ठीक है नहीं, जो बेचारा खच्चर है, जो घोड़ा है, उसकी में भी जान है। मेरी थिंक ये कहती है, उसके ऊपर जाएंगे तो यात्रा लगेगी नहीं, मेरी थिंक है जी।
दोपहर को आए हैं तो बहुत अच्छा अरेंजमेंट है इनका सबका।
सिक्योरिटी के हिसाब से बहुत अच्छी अरेंजमेंट है यहाँ पे, और ऐसी अरेंजमेंट चाहिए भी, क्योंकि अब जैसे कि टेररिस्ट अटैक बहुत हो रहे हैं, उस अकॉर्डिंग अभी ऐसे अरेंजमेंट बहुत सही है ये चीज़।
Layered security rings guard the entire base camp. Baggage scanners are in place, sniffer dogs comb through every corner, and each pilgrim undergoes strict frisking before entry. Help desks and on-ground assistance points are fully operational to guide yatris at every step.
Baggage is being scanned. Those people who are taking the entry inside the Bhavan, there first of all the security apparatus that they see here is the baggage scanner. You have to scan your baggage before you go inside. Then you see the security arrangements, the kind of traffic police is there, the municipality is managing, the Amarnath Shrine Board is entirely managing the entire yatra. Then we are seeing the support is coming from the Jammu and Kashmir Police, Army as well as CRPF. This time the technology has added a booster shot in the arms of the joint security forces. The technology is being used like the face recognition devices. This is for those elements, those who have the bad history, their face will immediately get recognized and it will alert the security forces.
A major highlight this year is the Mahila Battalion of CRPF. It has been deployed at key locations including the Yatra Bhavan. They are not only handling security duties but are also providing crucial support and assistance to women yatris.
A lot of features have been added this time to Amarnath Yatra, apart from the AI that is giving a boost for the Yatra arrangement, the security arrangement. Then we are seeing now the female cops, the CRPF personals too have been deployed here just to take care of the security of the yatris, those who are visiting or have started arriving at Yatra Bhavan in Srinagar. They will see that the complete headgear with the automatic rifles, the BP jackets, the boots on, that tells you that how the security arrangements have been geared up, multi-layer security arrangements that have been placed here.
Security has been scaled up along the entire Yatra route, with additional forces and advanced surveillance systems in place. Pilgrims have been strictly advised to travel only in designated convoys.
We have made multi-tier arrangements and very in-depth deployments. So I would not like to reveal what are these, but still we have done a very multi-tiered arrangement and very in-depth corridor protections to the area so that we can take care, we have more control of those two axes.
Convoy preparations are underway at the base camp from tomorrow morning. Pilgrims will begin their journey in tightly monitored convoys escorted by security forces every step of the way. All Yatra routes, including traditional and alternate tracks, are under constant surveillance. Security forces are maintaining round-the-clock vigil to ensure safe passage for every single pilgrim.
breaking news coming in, viewers. The Union Cabinet has improved an employment-linked incentive scheme aimed at boosting formal job creation. As per the scheme, 1 month EPF wage up to rupees 15,000 will be credited to eligible employees in 2 installments. This is yet another big push for the middle class of India, where 1 month EPF wage to rupees extent of 15,000 will be credited in the desired employees account in 2 phases. This is a big decision coming in from the central cabinet, where the 1 month EPF wage to the tune of 15,000 will be credited in the account of the desired employees. Now, viewers, let's shift our focus to more news coming in from across the nation in this edition of Bharat in One.
Has begun another round of bilateral trade talks aimed at finalizing an early harvest deal. Now, White House has confirmed that India-US will announce a trade deal soon. White House Press Secretary Caroline described India as a strategic ally in the Indo-Pacific region.
The President did announce last week that the trade deal with India is close and this could happen anytime soon. Are there any roadblocks as of now? Are there any updates on that? And how does the President see this about China's role or its influence in the Indo-Pacific region?
Sure, yes. The President said that last week and it remains true. I actually just spoke to our Secretary of Commerce about it. He was in the Oval Office with the President. They are finalizing these agreements and you'll hear from the President and his team, his trade team, very soon when it comes to India.
White House has hinted that much anticipated trade deal between 2 strategic allies could be finalized soon.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
A tragic incident took place in Madhya Pradesh's Baigar, where a massive fire broke out in a private factory, causing panic in the area. The incident was reported from Saing Vishwas Industries, where disposable boxes are made of aluminium. No casualty was reported in the incident. A shocking incident coming from Karnataka's Shivamogga, where an elderly woman was tied to a pole and brutally assaulted. The elderly woman was assaulted after she questioned her neighbor about dumping garbage in front of her house. A case has been registered against a woman named Prema and 3 others who allegedly tied and assaulted the elderly woman. The IMD department has issued a red alert in Himachal Pradesh due to a very heavy rainfall in the region. The Beas River has experiencing severe flooding, raising concerns among the officials. IMD predicted light to moderate rainfall at many places in several districts of Himachal Pradesh. DK Shiv Kumar says there's going to be no leadership change in Karnataka at a time when MLAs say that they need a change at the top post. Massive protest against Mamata Banerjee government over the alleged rape of law student. Police says the claims of the victims are being corroborated by the primary investigation.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be on your channel and particularly on the digital part of your amazing network. I've served in several Islamic countries, including several years in Sudan, which had Sharia law when I was there. And somebody even issued a fatwa against me, whatever that meant. Question here is,
weeks ago, the United Nations Security Council issued a strong condemnation of a particularly horrific act of terrorism in Pahalgam. It demanded that its perpetrators be held accountable and brought to justice. We have since seen that happen. What that response underlines is the larger significance of the message of zero tolerance for terrorism. The world must come together on some basic concepts. No impunity to terrorists, no treating them as proxies, and no yielding to nuclear blackmail. Any state sponsorship must be exposed and must be countered. By now, we know well that terrorism anywhere is a threat to peace everywhere.
We are not surprised, nor we are shocked with the reaction of Nasruddin Shah on Diljit Dosanjh. But we would like to tell him that the way the Federation has reacted on this entire issue is with some solid reasons. And it's very important for you to know about it. First of all, you say that he is a true Indian and true nationalist. A person holding an American passport, American citizenship, and not Indian, cannot be called an Indian. I think it's very simple to understand. Somebody who remains silent on the terror attack on a country cannot be Indian, cannot be a true Indian. Somebody who doesn't condemn the act supporting terrorism and killings of innocent Indians, that is his heroine in his film, cannot be an Indian. Somebody who has always remained silent on the attacks on India by Pakistan cannot be an Indian. So I would like to tell Nasruddin Shah that we at the Federation are very emotional about our country and we feel that the nation comes first. And you also must be feeling so.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Good afternoon, viewers. You're watching Live and Breaking, and I'm Rakhta Mishra with you, viewers. We'll get you a case from Uttar Pradesh, a shocker coming in where a Dalit girl was going to be converted to Islam and also pressurized to be trained for jihad. We'll get you each and every detail of that story from UP. First, a quick look at the headlines. Tribunal observes RCB primarily responsible for Bengaluru Stadium stampede. Republic accesses the clincher video of custodial torture of Ajit Kumar by Tamil Nadu police. NHAI engineer alleges assault by Himachal Pradesh Minister Nirud Singh, FIR registered.
am not for a change here. Congress group headed by Mallikarjun Kharge ji.
DK Shivakumar goes public, denies cracks within the party, says no change in Chief Minister face in Karnataka. Call for justice grows for Kolkata gang rape survivor. Protest against Mamata Banerjee government in Kolkata. Thailand's constitutional court suspends Prime Minister over the leaked call. All right, viewers, we start with the big news from Tamil Nadu that we're tracking for you. Video proof of custodial torture of Ajit Kumar by Tamil Nadu police has been accessed by Republic TV. And viewers, 5 policemen have been arrested last night in connection with the custodial death of a 27-year-old temple security guard who died last week in custody following alleged torture during interrogation in Tamil Nadu's Sivaganga district. Ajit Kumar was questioned on the 27th of June over a theft complaint involving missing gold from a devotee's parked car at Madhapuram Bhadrakaliamman temple, where he worked as a guard. Though initially released, he was picked up again by a special team the next day and later died in the hospital last Saturday. The arrest followed mounting public pressure and a Madras High Court observation that the case should be treated with utmost seriousness. Sharda, my colleague, joins us live on the broadcast. Sharda, well, we clearly can see that how Ajit Kumar has been beaten up in custody. This is a clincher proof of that.
Well, following his arrest, the DMK did not react to this. However, now following the video of seeing that the police brutally attacked Ajit Kumar, that were exactly behind the temple in the cow shed, DMK is now stating that they have taken an action against it. However, AIDMK and BJP points out that it's just the suspension and arrest would not, say that it will work out for a particular, say there should be more investigation and inquiry should be done on this particular case, and that arrest and suspension alone is not enough. However, BJP also states that the state chief minister M.K. Stalin should be resigning from his post, because back when under the AIDMK regime, when Jairaj and Phoenix were murdered under the police brutality, it's the same the DMK asked for, and that's what AIDMK, the opposition, is now asking CM Stalin to step down from his particular post. But DMK continues to state that the necessary actions was immediately taken by the police of Madurai, and now the SP is also under a continuous wait and his suspension in question. A writ petition has been given by the lawyer of the Madurai bench, Madras High Court, and the case is now underway in hearing in the Madurai, and it's expected that the court will soon give an answer to it.
Sharda, of course, the pressure is being mounted on Tamil Nadu police, and we also see that the BJP is also, taking out protests. As we see in the visuals coming in, there are dramatic protests that are happening on the streets of Chennai. I think many of the workers, leaders of the Chennai, of BJP are also being taken away by the police.
Well, this protest that happened and the visuals that you're seeing are the BJP workers along with their Vice President Narayan Tirupati being taken away by the police. And this protest is not just in a singular place but happening across the state of Tamil Nadu in retaliation to the statement made by MP A. Raja, and his demeaning statement was against the Home Minister Amit Shah, for saying that the court says that Amit Shah is a fool, and that's how A. Raja called it, and the BJP had stated, telling that this is not how a political leader should be speak, and also asked A. Raja to seek forgiveness for his speech.
Right, Shraddha, thanks so much for joining us with those details coming in from Chennai. Viewers, in fact, we have more breaking news coming in, this time from Kolkata, where protests are also happening. This is against the gang rape of the law college student, and remember, there have been several groups, political parties, and also now we have the student groups and teachers holding protests, raising slogans and banners against the Mamata Banerjee government. Remember, there has been no statement yet from the woman Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, and there's massive protests against the TMC because we've seen this is a rerun of what happened back last year in the RG Kaur rape case, from Sandesh Khali to RG Kaur to now this case, viewers. there is mounting protest, there's mounting anger, outrage against the Mamata Banerjee government, and there is no statement. In fact, there have been controversial statements, shameful statements, comments that have been made by top leaders of the TMC, no action on them also. And the prime accused of this case, Ajit Mishra, is linked with the TMC. He's a history sheeter. Republic Bangla has accessed the details of his crime record. At least 6 FIRs have been accessed that begin from 2014. He's a criminal offender, he's a repeat offender, he's a history sheeter. And this man has been given a free run in West Bengal. You have his photographs with the top leaders of the TMC as well. TMC councillor Kajari Banerjee as well. TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee as well. So this is the rape accused Ajit Mishra, and he continues to enjoy the patronage. He continued to enjoy the patronage of the TMC, what we understand. And in fact, there is no answer, no clear answer from the TMC also as far as these links of the rape accused with their party leaders is concerned. And a massive protest. Day in and day out, we see protests. In fact, protesters have been stopped. We've seen BJP protesters also. BJP Bengal unit chief and Shrikant Majumdar also was detained on Saturday. So we see there's mounting pressure by different groups. We have the BJP workers also on the streets today. We see earlier there were student groups also who are protesting on the streets. So the anger is palpable. And in fact, we will just show you the FIRs that have been accessed by Republic Bangla, one after the other. He has been, in fact, apart from beating up people, he has also been accused of molesting a woman. Not the first time. In fact, the latest FIR was, the recent FIR was from September 2024, a case of assault. And that is what is outrageous and enraging the people of Kolkata, the people of Bengal. All right, viewers, we are getting some more breaking developments from Tamil Nadu. We'll just shift our focus back to Tamil Nadu, where the dramatic protests are unfolding. And you can see the police also deployed there. They are trying to, restrict the protests. You see the BJP flags, the BJP carrying out protests. You can see BJP workers in that bus. There's massive outrage against the murder that happened, alleged murder, or you can see the custodial death of a security guard. Even the Madras High Court has pulled up Tamil Nadu police and saying that it's a violation of the fundamental rights of an individual, and it's completely illegal what was happening in custody, what has happened in custody. And Republic has also shown you that video where you can see that Ajit Kumar was lying on the ground and he was beaten up with sticks. Sharda was joining us with more from Chennai. Sharda, well, we've also seen that the opposition parties continue to mount pressure on the state of Tamil Nadu. The Madras High Court has also, has also pulled up the Tamil Nadu police.
Well, the Madras High Court has now taken up the case and also quoted that the DMK, which is the ruling government, has not taken proper action in this particular case, and have also asked to make sure that the DGP of the police inquires into the case and also pass a suspension to all the officials involved. As of now, only 5 have been suspended, and they're also seeking if the SP was involved in this particular case and is seeking his removal. While the visuals of Ajit Kumar being beaten up by the police had come out, we have accessed the report of his postmortem that says he had 18 external injuries, and apart from that, there was also dried blood near his ear. There was more information on how he was beaten up and how he was giving chilly water, and the report also claims that Ajit had a seizure before falling unconscious and losing his life.
Right, Shada, thanks so much for joining us with those details coming in on that story. We shift our focus to the UP conversion plot story. A Dalit girl from Uttar Pradesh was allegedly taken from her village in Prayagraj to Kerala, where she was forcibly converted to Islam and pressurized to train for jihad. The case comes to light after a woman called Guddi Devi filed a complaint on the 28th of June, saying her daughter was taken from her village by a local woman whose name was Kehkashan. He also referred to as Darkasha Bano. She offered her money and promised better prospects. Took away the daughter to Kerala, where she was converted, and also she was being trained for jihad. So the modus operandi has been also now decoded. She was lured and introduced to a person called Kaif. Kaif took the victim and accused to Prayagraj railway station. The woman and the child was taken away by this man called Kaif. Allegedly also molested her. And accused took the minor to Thrissur via Delhi, that is in Kerala. And she was kept in a house. Many other children were there in Thrissur. And the minor was forced to, and this is revealed by the minor herself, she was forced to convert to Islam, and she was also trained. She had the sacred thread tied by Hindus on their wrist were also removed. She was asked not to believe in Hindu gods, and that's how she was brainwashed and converted. She managed to thankfully escape, and she reached a railway station for the escape. In fact, my colleague Sagar Mishra has filed this report from Prayagraj as he gives us more details on this conversion plot.
सपा की सरकार में लगभग 10-10, 15-15 लड़कियों को इसी तरह से धर्मांतरण के लिए उकसाया जाता था। केरल लेकर यहाँ से लोग गए थे, लेकिन अभी भी लगातार इस तरह के मामले यहाँ पर सामने आ रहे हैं। देखिए उस जो पीड़िता है उसका मैं घर आपको दिखा रहा हूँ। लगातार दलित गरीब लोगों को कैसे ये टारगेट यहाँ पर करते थे। आप सोचिए, ये देखिए कच्चे मकान मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ, कच्ची ईंट की दीवारें आप देखिए यहाँ पर लगी हैं, टीन शेड लगाए, खपड़ेल लगाए। भला ऐसे लोगों को टारगेट करते थे ये लोग, जो लोग इनके बहकावे में आ जाएं और फिर केरल का रुख करें जहां पर उन्हें नमाज पढ़ाई जा रही है, कैसे देश विरोधी गतिविधियों में शामिल हो यह भी उन्हें बताया जा रहा है। फिलहाल देखिए उस बच्ची के चाचा हमारे साथ हैं। क्या हुआ था सर पूरे मामले में और कैसे बच्ची यहां से लोग उसे बहका कर ले गए?
मामला ये है, जहाँ कन्हैया कोटेदार के जहाँ लड़की की शादी थी गेट हाउस में, और वहाँ गई, उसकी माँ भी गई, हमारे तीनों बच्चे गए और वहाँ दावत खाने लिए वो बाकाई चलो फूलपुर घूम आए। फूलपुर ले जाने के बाद वो मस्जिद में लेके चली गई। वहाँ जो लच्छा पहरा जाता है हाथ में धागा, हाँ उसको भी कटवा दिया, कहे आप मुस्लिम हो जाओ। और वहाँ जबरदस्ती उसको कार में बैठा करके लेके भाग गए इलाहाबाद। इलाहाबाद भाग गए, इलाहाबाद से जहाँ टिकट कटा के दिल्ली तक के बैठा दिया गाड़ी पे।
अच्छा, मतलब कि शादी में लेकर गए, उसके हाथ का रक्षा सूत्र जैसा मैंने पहना कटवा दिया गया, उसके बाद उसे केरल लेकर गए। लेकिन ये सब इतने दिनों से खेल चल रहा था, आप लोग को भनक नहीं लगी? घर में आप लोग रहते हैं।
भनक लगी थी जब मस्जिद में यहाँ पढ़ रही थी, जब मस्जिद में लेके गई 2 फेरे तो हम लोग सुने तो अपनी लड़की को मारा, गरियाया और उसके बाद उसको भगाया। हम क्या मेरे घर मत आओ, तो कुछ दिन शांत थी। और वो शादी मौका पा गई, अकेले गई तीनों बहन, और वहाँ से लेके फरार हो गई।
अच्छा, क्या गांव के और लोगों को भी टारगेट किया जा रहा था?
गांव में कई केस कर दिया है, अभी मुकदमा लोगों को चल रहा है। उसके बाद जो यहाँ चूड़िया से पैसा ले करके उसके साथ शादी भी लड़की के अपने कर दिया वो। अच्छा। उसकी माँ ने वो उसका यही धंधा है, बेचने के धंधा है। और हिंदुओं के लड़कियन के ले जाके नमाजी बनाना चाहती है और मस्जिद पे नमाज पढ़ाना चाहती है, और जो यहाँ कर्मा कोला उर्दू सिखाना चाहती है। बस यही उसका काम है। हाँ,
कुछ लोग यहाँ पर जो आए हुए हैं बजरंग दल के, उनसे भी हम बातचीत करते हैं, जिन्होंने इस केस में देखिए बहुत अहम भूमिका निभाई है। आइए भैया, क्योंकि कई सारे केस इस तरह के ये संज्ञान में लेकर आए, बातचीत भी की है। क्या हुआ था, ये सब कैसे गाँव में चल रहा है ये खेल?
भैया ये मामला फूलपुर में ये काफ़ी दिन से लब जिहाद की नई नई गतिविधियों से नए तरीके से हिंदू लड़कियों को फंसाया जा रहा है जी। और ये मामला पहली बार हाईलाइट हुआ है फूलपुर का। इससे पहले 2017 से पहले जब ये सरकार नहीं थी योगी जी की, उससे पहले लगातार हर महीने 2-3 लड़कियां पक्का गायब हो जाती थी। अभी क्या है कि मामले को लब जिहाद की ओर न ले जाकर ये मामला केरल लेकर गई लड़की को, और लड़की यहीं की रहने वाली है। परिवार आप देख ही रहे हैं कितने गरीब परिवार से बिलोंग कर रहे हैं।
लोग ये भी कह रहे हैं कि अभी इस्लामिक गतिविधियां बहुत तेजी से इस फूलपुर के गांव में चल रही हैं। कई और बच्चियां टारगेट पे थी, कई लोग यहां पर टारगेट पे थे। अब आगे इस केस में जांच कहां तक पहुंचेगी देखने वाली बात होगी। विजय संतोष के साथ सागर मिश्रा, रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क, प्रयागराज।
Moving forward now, an encounter between police and criminals late last night in Moradabad's Bhagatpur area has brought to light a string of thefts in the region. One criminal was injured and arrested while other managed to escape. Here's a quick report.
An encounter broke out between police and criminals in Moradabad district's Bhagatpur police station area. During the exchange of fire, one criminal was shot in the leg and apprehended by the police. The remaining suspects managed to flee the scene, taking advantage of the chaos.
देखिए, ये थाना भगतपुर क्षेत्र में ये दिनांक 23/24 की रात्रि में एक चोरी की सूचना आई थी, जिसमें कि बताया गया था कि चांदपुर गांव में एक ज्वेलरी शॉप में कुछ लोगों ने घुस के जो है वहाँ पे नकब लगा के चोरी करी है। इसमें चेकिंग के दौरान में जब हमने अभियुक्त को एक रोका वहाँ पे, तो पुलिस के ऊपर फायरिंग करी। फायरिंग में आत्मरक्षार्थ पुलिस ने जवाबी फायरिंग में उसके जो मेन अभियुक्त है उसके पैर में गोली लगी है। उसके पास से एक तमंचा, एक खोखा कारतूस, एक खाली एक जिंदा कारतूस एवं 10,170 रुपये और कुछ ज्वेलरी के सामान जिसमें चोरी के थे वो भी उसके पास से बरामद हो गए हैं।
The injured criminal is currently undergoing treatment under police custody.
All right, we have breaking news coming in. The Central Administrative Tribunal has observed that prima facie, the Royal Challengers Bengaluru cricket team is responsible for the massive crowd that gathered in Bengaluru for the IPL victory celebration on the 4th of June that ended in a deadly stampede, claiming 11 lives, leaving several others injured. The tribunal has held the RCB franchisee responsible for this. So there was obviously blame game, viewers, we saw between Bengaluru police, Karnataka police and RCB. And the tribunal says that RCB is responsible for the Bengaluru stampede. This is the breaking news we have right now. In fact, the tribunal also criticized the IPL franchisee for announcing their victory celebrations without police clearance, triggering a crowd surge that killed 11 people and injured dozens more outside the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. It has quashed the suspension of senior IPS officer Vikas Kumar Vikas, citing the suddenness with which RCB announced its IPL victory celebration as the trigger for the chaos. And that's the breaking news we have right now. And in fact, if I go on to quote the tribunal, it said that the RCB did not take the appropriate permission or consent from the police. All right, my colleague Abhishek joins us live on the broadcast from Bengaluru. Now, Abhishek, if I read out what the tribunal said, it said that the RCB did not inform in time. RCB did not take the appropriate permission or consent from the police, and they posted on social media platforms, and as a result, what happened was, everybody saw, was a tragedy. What more details can you share with us on this?
Well, Shita, is very clear from the statement which we have already seen, and it very clearly mentions that the RCB's management should be the whole and sole responsible people for the stampede and the death of 11 lives. And also, while speaking about the incident, the Central Administrative Tribunal has clearly mentioned the Karnataka State Government that no issue with respect to the Bengaluru City Police or the Karnataka State Police has been found. So they are supposed, the Karnataka State Government has been directed to revoke the suspension of Vikas Kumar on one hand. On the other hand, the Karnataka High Court is taking care of the suo motu case, which has already been taken into consideration by them. And on the other hand, we have seen tribunal also mentioning RCB's whole and sole responsibility in organizing the championship celebration. Also, without taking permission from the Karnataka State Police or the Karnataka State Government, RCB had given a call on Facebook, on various other social media, stating that they will be organizing a celebratory march or a victory parade event in Bengaluru on June 4th. And also, not to forget, RCB had also...
Right, Abhishek, thanks so much for joining us with those details coming in on that story. So the tribunal has held RCB franchisee responsible. But do remember, viewers, there was the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister also was part of this sudden event that was announced by the RCB. Who holds the government responsible? That's also a question. But now we shift our focus to the other breaking news. In fact, other stories that we have filed for you. The annual Amarnath Yatra, all set to begin in this year. The focus remains not just on the organization of the Yatra, but also very importantly on the security, as thousands of pilgrims have thronged to the important shrine and take the darshan of Baba Amarnath. Viewers, my colleague Prasimran Singh has filed this report from Ground Zero.
Pilgrims from across the country have started arriving at the Bhagwati Nagar base camp in Jammu as the sacred Amarnath Yatra is set to begin from early tomorrow.
बम बम बोले के जय घोष के साथ ही बाबा बर्फानी के भक्त जो हैं अमरनाथ यात्रा के बेस कैंप जम्मू में पहुंचना शुरू हो गए हैं। यात्रा कल सुबह जो है जम्मू के भगवती नगर बेस कैंप से रवाना होगी, जिसको लेकर पहले ही श्रद्धालुओं में जो जोश है वो देखने को मिल रहा है। लगातार बाबा बर्फानी के जय घोष के साथ ये श्रद्धालु हजारों सैकड़ों की संख्या में लगातार जो है इस बेस कैंप पर पहुंच रहे हैं।
Excitement, devotion, and a deep sense of security mark the mood at the base camp.
यात्रा को मतलब होता है पैदल ही है जी, ठीक है नहीं, जो बेचारा खच्चर है, जो घोड़ा है, उसकी में भी जान है। मेरी थिंक ये कहती है, उसके ऊपर जाएंगे तो यात्रा लगेगी नहीं, मेरी थिंक है जी।
दोपहर को आए हैं तो बहुत अच्छा अरेंजमेंट है इनका सबका। सिक्योरिटी के हिसाब से बहुत अच्छी अरेंजमेंट है यहाँ पे, और ऐसे अरेंजमेंट चाहिए भी, क्योंकि अब जैसे कि टेररिस्ट अटैक बहुत हो रहे हैं, उस अकॉर्डिंग अभी ऐसे अरेंजमेंट बहुत सही है ये चीज़।
Layered security rings guard the entire base camp. Baggage scanners are in place, sniffer dogs comb through every corner, and each pilgrim undergoes strict frisking before entry. Help desks and on-ground assistance points are fully operational to guide yatris at every step.
Baggage is being scanned. Those people who are taking the entry inside the bhavan, there first of all the security apparatus that they see here is the baggage scanner. You have to scan your baggage before you go inside, then you see the security arrangements, the kind of traffic police is there, the municipality is managing, the Amarnath Shrine board is entirely managing the entire yatra. Then we are seeing the support is coming from the Jammu and Kashmir police, army as well as CRPF. This time the technology has added a booster shot in the arms of the joint security forces. The technology is being used like the face recognition devices. This is for those elements, those who have the bad history, their face will immediately get recognized and it will alert the security forces.
A major highlight this year is the Mahila Battalion of CRPF. It has been deployed at key locations including the Yatra Bhavan. They are not only handling security duties but are also providing crucial support and assistance to women yatris.
A lot of features have been added this time to Amarnath Yatra, apart from the AI that is giving a boost for the Yatra arrangement, the security arrangement. And we are seeing now the female cops, the CRPF personals too have been deployed here just to take care of the security of the yatris, those who are visiting or have started arriving at Yatra Bhavan in Srinagar. They are the one, they will see that the complete headgear with the automatic rifles, the BP jackets, the boots on, that tells you that how the security arrangements have been geared up, multi-layer security arrangements that have been placed here.
Security has been scaled up along the entire Yatra route, with additional forces and advanced surveillance systems in place. Pilgrims have been strictly advised to travel only in designated convoys.
We have made multi-tier arrangements and very in-depth deployments. So I would not like to reveal what are these, but still we have done a very multi-tiered arrangement and very in-depth corridor protections to the area so that we can take care, we have more control of those two axes.
Convoy preparations are underway at the base camp from tomorrow morning. Pilgrims will begin their journey in tightly monitored convoys escorted by security forces every step of the way. All Yatra routes, including traditional and alternate tracks, are under constant surveillance. Security forces are maintaining round-the-clock vigil to ensure safe passage for every single pilgrim.
With that as a time today, it's time to take a quick look at more stories from across the country. This is Bharat in just 1 minute.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
Massive face-off over Waqf Amendment Act. BJP launches attack at Akhilesh Yadav, calling for dumping of the act. BJP says that Indi bloc is pushing for Sharia constitution.
ये नमाजवादी बाबा साहब के संविधान का सम्मान भी नहीं करते हैं। इनको तो चाहिए केवल शरिया कानून।
4 people have been killed while 5 injured in a factory fire in Tamil Nadu. Relief and rescue operations underway. The BJP national leadership has appointed N. Ramchandra Rao as the president of the Telangana State Unit, succeeding Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy. Vehicles above 15 years won't get fuel at Delhi petrol pumps from today. Decision has taken to curb vehicle pollution. Delhi Police personnel and Transport Department have been deployed to ensure the implementation.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
For a short break, but on the other side, we get you the latest update from Himachal Pradesh, where NHAI engineer alleged assault by Himachal Pradesh Minister Amarat Yatra, FIR registered in the case. And DKS goes public, denies cracks within the party, says no change in Chief Minister's face.
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be on your channel and particularly on the digital part of your amazing network. I've served in several Islamic countries, including several years in Sudan, which had Sharia law when I was there. And somebody even issued a fatwa against me, whatever that meant. Question here is, what does this Ayatollah, Grand Ayatollah...
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
We are not surprised, nor we are shocked with the reaction of Naseeruddin Shah on Diljit Dosanjh. But we would like to tell him that the way the Federation has reacted on this entire issue is with some solid reasons. And it's very important for you to know about it. First of all, you say that he is a true Indian and true nationalist. A person holding an American passport, American citizenship, and not Indian cannot be called an Indian. I think it's very simple to understand. Somebody who remains silent on the terror attack on a country cannot be Indian, cannot be a true Indian. Somebody who doesn't condemn the act supporting terrorism
Watching Republic TV with me, Akanksha Khajuria. Who's going to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka? Well, there is an ongoing rift in the state. We'll tell you more about this. But first, as always, the headlines. Tribunal observes RCB primary responsible for Bangalore stampede case. Video proof of custodial torture. Republic has accessed the clincher video of the torture of Ajit Kumar by Tamil Nadu police. NHAI engineer alleges assault by Himachal Pradesh Minister Anirudh Singh. FIR has been registered.
I am not for a change here. I am telling you, there is no groups in the Congress, there is only one group, it is the Congress group headed by Mallikarjun Kharge ji.
DKS goes public, denies any cracks within the party, says that there is no change in Chief Minister's face in Karnataka. Call for justice grows for Calcutta gang rape survivor protest against Mamata government in Calcutta. The Union Cabinet has approved an employment-linked incentive scheme aimed at boosting the formal job creation. We have a breaking news coming in. Madurai district judge should immediately, start with this Tamil Nadu news that we are getting for you. On your screens, you can see these visuals, in fact, coming in from Tamil Nadu. What we are learning is that the court has ordered judicial investigation in the custodial torture case of Ajit Kumar. So this is breaking news that we are getting for you. Remember, this case has reached the High Court, and High Court has been pulling up the police officers as far as this case is concerned. Now, Madurai court has said that there is a need for the judicial investigation in this case as far as the death of Ajit Kumar, the temple security guard in Tamil Nadu, is concerned. Remember, Chief Minister has also spoken on it. He has said that action has been taken. 5 police officers have been arrested. Several have been suspended. 1 SP has been transferred. But Bharatiya Janata Party is saying that this is not enough. They have sought for the resignation of the Chief Minister. You can see the visuals of that custodial torture there on the screen that we are showing you. The police officer there beating the man there with sticks and also dragging him is the visuals that we have accessed for you on Republic TV. But now the court has said that there is a need for the judicial probe in this case. Let me go across to my colleague Sharda, who continues to track this very closely. Sharda, tell us about what the High Court today has said. They've said that, in fact, there's a need for a judicial investigation. Give us more details.
Following a writ petition given at the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, the advocate and activist has now taken up this issue very seriously, because they found that there were 18 external injuries on Ajit Kumar's body, and also during the High Court intervention, the Madras Madurai bench High Court intervention of the Madras High Court stated that there were 44 other injuries on Ajit's body as well, where the court is now taking it up and saying that this is police brutality in at its worst case, because this is the 25th custodial death under the DMK regime, which I have been mentioning. The court has pointed out that this is at its extreme, and that the DMK making sure that the police are not working according to law and orders is something that the Madras High Court is very worried about. And now taking up the case, Subramaniam, the judge, stated that there should be judicial investigation in this, and is asking to make sure that there is 100% investment done by the DGP of the police and also the other law and order officials to make sure that this particular case is thoroughly investigated and inquired, and to make sure that there's only 5 officials suspended and arrested is not something the opposition is okay with. They are also seeking the removal of the SP of that particular district, who is Ashish Rawat, who had agreed for this particular investigation and inquiry, is also now on the compulsory wait list, following which stating that the DMK leader and the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin should also be resigning from his post because of this custodial death, is what the BJP is asking for.
Absolutely, Shraddha. And we are seeing that war of words have also started over the entire matter. DMK saying that action has been taken by them, but BJP and AIDMK, on the other hand, is saying that there needs to be an accountability. Suspension or arrest is not enough as far as this custodial torture is concerned. Take us through the war of words.
Well, if you check on the timeline, the incident happened on Friday, and on Saturday, the 28th, was when Ajit lost his life after he fell unconscious after the police had beaten him black and blue. And now it was 2 days. It took 2 days for the DMK to make sure that the police who were involved in this were suspended and arrested. It was the court is also pointing out that it was a very slow reaction from the DMK, and that is what the AIDMK and BJP are pointing out, stating that the DMK or the MK Stalin, who was acting as a chief, and the Home Minister, who was also handling the portfolio of the police, should have taken action long back. However, speaking today to the media, MK Stalin stated that the actions were immediately taken, which it is not true. because it was 2 days later only when the DMK took an action after the AIADMK, the opposition party, forced them to take an action or otherwise seek this removal from the Chief Minister post, is when MK Stalin answered stating that an action will be taken. And apart from this arrest and suspension, there's no other major action taken, and that is what the AIADMK and BJP are now pointing out.
Absolutely, Sarda. Keep tracking those details as far as the probe in this custodial torture is concerned. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. Now, shifting our focus as far as the Air India air scare is concerned, what we're learning is that Delhi to Vienna AI-187 Boeing 777 reported a major technical issue in the aircraft as it dropped 900 feet after warnings in the aircraft. The aircraft consisted of 242 passengers, and now DGCA, which is the regulatory authority, has ordered investigation in this. In fact, pilots and security chief have also been summoned to appear in front of DGCA. Also, Air India top brass did not report to the regulators about this incident, which occurred only 38 hours after, remember, that AI-171 crash in which several hundred people lost their life. The matter was reported to DGCA by one of the passengers. Very shocking news coming to the fore. And what is very important to note here is that despite knowing about this aircraft dropping 900 feet under the after a warning in the aircraft, the Air India top brass did not report this incident. Later, that is DGCA. Now, summon has been given to the pilot, to the security chief of Air India as far as this case is concerned. Let me go across to my colleague Rakshita, who joins us for more on this from the newsroom. Rakshita, tell us about this case, because what we are learning is that despite knowing about this and despite this being happening after that tragic Air India crash, the top brass of Air India did not care to tell the DGCA. Now they've been summoned. Give us more details.
Absolutely, and we've seen that time and again that there have been summoning of several of the officers, and the DGC, remember, has launched an investigation already. AI's head of safety has also been summoned because of these incessant cases, and this one, the case in point, is the one from Delhi to Vienna. Now, what really happened was AI-187, that it departed from Delhi 2:56 a.m. on the 14th of June. That was a lot of stormy conditions were being witnessed, and there was a thunderstorm at that time in Delhi, and the aircraft was involved in an in-flight occurrence, stick shaker and GWPS caution, and there was a warning, and GPWS don't sink caution had appeared. Stall warning came once and GPWS caution came twice. So there was an altitude loss thereafter. What we're talking about, the 900 feet climb down, which happened during the climb, and the crew recovered the aircraft and continued the flight to Vienna. Now, we have seen that time and again such issues are coming to light. This, of course, again is a case that could have jeopardized the safety of hundreds of passengers that were aboard this international flight. Remember, this is again an international flight, and there might be more than 100 passengers on board, and this is happening right after the AI-171 crash. It speaks volumes about how Air India has jeopardized the safety of its passengers, of those on board as crew as well, and many such instances have come to light in the recent days as well, and that is what the DGCA has now woken up to and sought reports on that. It has, in fact, there are many damning revelations that have been made in these reports, but this case that has been revealed now again shows that how there has been negligence that is almost criminal negligence.
Absolutely. Very concerning news coming in as far as Air India is concerned. Another incident coming to the fore. Thank you, Rakshita, for all the details. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. Now, let's tell you about what is happening in the state of Karnataka. Amid the Karnataka leadership change buzz, the Congress leadership has made it very clear, stating that there will be no change in the Chief Minister's face in Karnataka. Now, Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, remember, he shook hand with the Chief Minister yesterday to dispel the rumors about the change in leadership, and he has spoken out today. He has said that there will be no change in leadership whatsoever. Listen into what he said. We'll get you more details on this story as far as the rift in Karnataka is concerned. We all saw that visuals yesterday of the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister hugging it out and shaking hands to dispel the rumours and the speculation about the change in leadership in Karnataka. After that, MLA Iqbal Singh said that DK Shiv Kumar should be made the Chief Minister of Karnataka. He has finally spoken up, saying that there will be no change in the leadership. Listen into what he said.
No change of leadership. I don't know. There is no change. Let them support me. I don't want anyone's support. I want them to win back the assembly election. That is my priority. No change of leadership. I don't know. There is no change. Let them support me. I don't want anyone's support. I want them to win back the assembly election. That is my priority.
When the High Command has very clearly stated, there is nothing of that sort in the decision-making process. It doesn't matter who says what. The High Command has been very clear. Everybody's roles have been well defined. Mr. Siddaramaiah is the Chief Minister. Mr. DK Shiv Kumar is the PCC President and the Deputy Chief Minister. Everybody has been assigned a responsibility through their ministries, and it's our job to ensure we deliver for the people of Karnataka. So irrespective of who says what, the stand by the High Command is extremely clear.
कौन मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा वो जनता का मुद्दा नहीं है. जनता का मुद्दा है प्राइस राइज. जनता का मुद्दा है वीक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. जनता का मुद्दा है करप्शन. करप्शन के वजह से जनता परेशान है. प्राइस राइज के वजह से जनता परेशान है. वीक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के वजह से जनता परेशान है. मुद्दा जनता का है वो करप्शन, प्राइस राइज. कौन बनेगा सीएम हमको मालूम नहीं. कौन देगा पैसा हमको भी मालूम नहीं. मुझे लगता है कौन ज़्यादा पैसा देगा उनको सीएम पद मिलेगा, ऐसा कुछ विधायक कॉरिडोर में बात करता है. ये वो हमारा पार्टी का मुद्दा नहीं. हमारा इंटरेस्ट है जनता के बारे में.
Let's now take you to Thailand. Thailand's Prime Minister, in fact, has been suspended from the office by the Constitutional Court due to a leaked phone call with the Cambodian Senate President, sparking a major political crisis in the country. The controversy, in fact, began with her engaging in diplomacy over a border dispute with the Cambodia Prime Minister, which escalated into an armed confrontation on May 28th, resulting in the death of a Cambodian soldier. Now, during this phone call, the leaked phone call, she referred to Hun Sen as uncle and made comments critical of a Thai military commander, which were perceived as the attempt to appease Cambodia and undermine Thailand's military. The leaked audio triggered widespread public outrage in the country. There were protests and demands for her resignation, with thousands of conservatives and the nationalists leading this protest rally in Bangkok as well. The Constitutional Court has now voted 7-2 to suspend her from duty, citing breach of ethics as far as her duty is concerned, and she now has 15 days to present her defense in this case. In fact, the Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand is expected to serve as the acting Prime Minister during her suspension, and this marks the second time in less than 1 year that a Thai Prime Minister has been removed for breaching the ethical code. So there seems to be, in fact, trouble as far as Thailand is concerned. What we're learning is that their Prime Minister has been suspended. She has 15 days to give her stand on this. Let's now take you to Jammu and Kashmir. The annual Amarnath Yatra, which is all set to begin and from July 3rd this year, will focus not just on faith but also on security. There's massive multi-layer arrangements that are in place to ensure the safety of thousands and lakhs of devotees that are going to come there from July 3rd to August 9th. Let's take you through the ground reports.
Pilgrims from across the country have started arriving at the Bhagwati Nagar base camp in Jammu as the sacred Amarnath Yatra is set to begin from early tomorrow.
बम बम बोले के जय घोष के साथ ही बाबा बर्फानी के भक्त जो हैं अमरनाथ यात्रा के बेस कैंप जम्मू में पहुंचना शुरू हो गए हैं। यात्रा कल सुबह जो है जम्मू के भगवती नगर बेस कैंप से रवाना होगी, जिसको लेकर पहले ही श्रद्धालुओं में जो जोश है वो देखने को मिल रहा है। लगातार बाबा बर्फानी के जय घोष के साथ ये श्रद्धालु हजारों सैकड़ों की संख्या में लगातार जो है इस बेस कैंप पर पहुंच रहे हैं।
Excitement, devotion, and a deep sense of security mark the mood at the base camp.
यात्रा को मतलब होता है पैदल ही है जी, ठीक है नहीं, जो बेचारा खच्चर है, जो घोड़ा है, उसी में भी जान है। मेरी थिंक ये कहती है, उसके ऊपर जाएंगे तो यात्रा लगेगी नहीं, मेरी थिंक है जी।
दोपहर को आए हैं तो बहुत अच्छा अरेंजमेंट है इनका सबका। सिक्योरिटी के हिसाब से बहुत अच्छी अरेंजमेंट है यहाँ पे, और ऐसे अरेंजमेंट चाहिए भी, क्योंकि अब जैसे कि टेररिस्ट अटैक बहुत हो रहे हैं, उस अकॉर्डिंग अभी ऐसे अरेंजमेंट बहुत सही है ये चीज़।
Layered security rings guard the entire base camp. Baggage scanners are in place, sniffer dogs comb through every corner, and each pilgrim undergoes strict frisking before entry. Help desks and on-ground assistance points are fully operational to guide yatris at every step.
Baggage is being scanned. Those people who are taking the entry inside the bhavan, there first of all the security apparatus that they see here is the baggage scanner. You have to scan your baggage before you go inside. Then you see the security arrangements, the kind of traffic police is there, the municipality is managing, the Amarnath Shrine board is entirely managing the entire yatra. Then we are seeing the support is coming from the Jammu and Kashmir police, army as well as CRPF. This time the technology has added a booster shot in the arms of the joint security forces. The technology is being used like the face recognition devices. This is for those elements, those who have the bad history, their face will immediately get recognized and it will alert the security forces.
A major highlight this year is the Mahila Battalion of CRPF. It has been deployed at key locations including the Yatra Bhavan. They are not only handling security duties but are also providing crucial support and assistance to women yatris.
A lot of features have been added this time to Amarnath Yatra, apart from the AI that is giving a boost for the Yatra arrangement, the security arrangement. And we are seeing now the female cops, the CRPF personals too have been deployed here just to take care of the security of the yatris, those who are visiting or have started arriving at Yatra Bhavan in Srinagar. They are the one, they will see that the complete headgear with the automatic rifles, the BP jackets, the boots on, that tells you that how the security arrangements have been geared up, multi-layer security arrangements that have been placed here.
Security has been scaled up along the entire Yatra route, with additional forces and advanced surveillance systems in place. Pilgrims have been strictly advised to travel only in designated convoys.
We have made multi-tier arrangements and very in-depth deployments. So I would not like to reveal what are these, but still we have done a very multi-tiered arrangement and very in-depth corridor protections to the area so that we can take care, we have more control of those two axes.
Convoy preparations are underway at the base camp from tomorrow morning. Pilgrims will begin their journey in tightly monitored convoys escorted by security forces every step of the way. All Yatra routes, including traditional and alternate tracks, are under constant surveillance. Security forces are maintaining round-the-clock vigil to ensure safe passage for every single pilgrim.
And now ahead of the Bihar election, a fresh political face-off has broken between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the RJD there. Have a look at this report.
Ahead of the 2025 Bihar Assembly elections, a fresh political face-off has broken out between the RJD and BJP over the Waqf Amendment Act. The BJP launched a scathing attack at RJD leader and Bihar Assembly's leader of opposition Tejasvi Yadav, saying those who call themselves socialists are siding with the Muslim community. Sharpening the attack, BJP leader Gaurav Bhatia said that the India Alliance wants to establish Sharia law in the state of Bihar.
जो बिहार में अपने आप को समाजवादी बताते हैं, उनका असली चेहरा अगर कुछ है तो वो नमाजवादी है। ये नमाजवादी बाबा साहब का संविधान नहीं चाहते हैं। ये नमाजवादी बाबा साहब के संविधान का सम्मान भी नहीं करते हैं। इनको तो चाहिए केवल शरिया कानून, इनको चाहिए हलाला। इनकी समझ है कि केवल एक धर्म विशेष का सशक्तिकरण होगा और जो आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सोच है कि दलित, महिला, पिछड़ा समाज इसका सशक्तिकरण हो, इसका नाश करने के लिए
such words. So it is disheartening to be in Tamil Nadu like this. Even in Sivaganga, an atrocious has happened to a very ordinary person, and it is painful. So that each and every Karyakarta is arrested, not even allowed to assemble. I highly condemn this type of attitude of the Chief Minister Stalin. யாரையுமே ஒரு போராட்டத்திற்கு கூட வரக்கூடாதுன்னு சொன்னா தமிழ்நாட்டுல ஜனநாயக முறைப்படி ஆட்சி நடக்கிறதா இல்லையா நான் கேக்குறேன். ஒரு அரசாங்கம் என்று இருந்தால், அரசியல் என்று இருந்தால் எதிர்க்கட்சிகள் போராடுவதற்கு உரிமை இருக்கிறது. இதை உயர்நீதிமன்றமே சொல்லி இருக்கிறது. எதிர்க்கட்சிகளுக்கு போராடுவதற்கு உரிமை இருக்கிறது. எதிர்க்கட்சிகளின் குரலை எழுப்புவதற்கு உரிமை இருக்கிறது. ஆனால் கூடுவதற்கு கூட அவர்களுக்கு உரிமை இல்லை. அவர்களை உடனே கைது செய்யப்படுகிறார்கள் என்றால் தமிழகத்தில் என்ன ஆட்சி நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது? தமிழகத்தில் யாருக்கும் பாதுகாப்பு இல்லை. ராசா நமது மரியாதைக்குரிய உள்துறை அமைச்சர் அவர்களை
Well, as far as the custodial debt in Tamil Nadu is concerned, BJP has hit back at the Tamil Nadu government there at MK Stalin for merely suspending and taking no other action against the police officers. The video that you can see on the screen is of that custodial torture, which Bharatiya Janata Party is calling a custodial murder. Now shifting our focus to the state of Himachal Pradesh, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari has strongly condemned the assault of NHAI official Achal Jindal by a Himachal minister. Remember, he has been booked in this case. Calling the incident a threat to institutional integrity, Gadkari said that he has spoken to the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh and demanded the swift action in this case. And on the other hand, Bharatiya Janata Party has hit at the Himachal government, at the Congress government there, seeking action and accountability. Listen in to what was said.
देखिए, देवभूमि का इससे बड़ा दुर्भाग्य क्या होगा जहां के एक मंत्री का नाम एफआईआर में आए, कंप्लेंट में आए और ये कहा जाए कि नेशनल हाईवे अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया के अधिकारियों को कमरे में बंद करके उनके सिर फोड़ने का काम किया जाए। आखिरकार हिमाचल प्रदेश में सरकार है या नहीं है? और सरकार है तो सरकार के मंत्री किस काम पे लगे? रेलवे लाइन के लिए पैसा दिया जाता है तो वहां राज्य की सरकार अपना हिस्सा नहीं डालती। सड़कों के लिए पैसा दिया जाता है तो उस काम को करवाने वाले अधिकारियों को बंद कमरे में मंत्री और उसके सहयोगियों द्वारा पीटा जाता है। अभी विमल नेगी जी का केस हल नहीं हुआ था, वहां सीबीआई की जांच हुई, अभी वो पूरी नहीं हुई और दूसरे अधिकारी का सिर फोड़ने का काम किया गया। हिमाचल प्रदेश के अधिकारी कर्मचारी सुरक्षित है या नहीं? मुख्यमंत्री जवाब दें। और हिमाचल प्रदेश में क्या अधिकारियों को मरने पर, आत्महत्या करने या उनकी हत्या करने पर जिस तरह के संगीन आरोप लगे हैं और अब जिस तरह से उनके ऊपर प्रहार किए गए, ये अपने आप में कांग्रेस की सरकार पर सवाल खड़े करता है।
एनएचआई के एक अधिकारी को मंत्री और मंत्री के साथ में उनके साथी मिल करके पिटाई कर देते हैं। अधिकारी घायल होता है और घायल होकर के वो उपचाराधीन है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी अभी तक हमको मालूम पड़ा है कि कोई कार्रवाई उनके खिलाफ अभी तक नहीं की गई है, ना एफआईआर दर्ज की गई है। मेरा इस बात को लेकर के मुख्यमंत्री जी से आग्रह है, जो मंत्री उस ससगारी घटना में शामिल था जहां मारपिटाई की गई, मंत्री ने स्वयं अपने हाथों से की है, ऐसा भी लोग बता रहे हैं। और बताया जा रहा है कि मीडिया के लोगों ने बचाने की कोशिश की, मीडिया वालों को कैमरे रोक दिए गए। और अगर ऐसा है तो मंत्री के खिलाफ तुरंत FIR दर्ज होनी चाहिए, मंत्री के खिलाफ।
And with this, we're taking a very short break. Coming up on the other side, we'll tell you about the Calcutta gang rape case and the call for justice is only growing louder. We'll also tell you about the decision that has been taken by the Union Cabinet. They have approved an employment-linked incentive scheme aimed at boosting formal job creation. This and much more on the other side.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be on your channel and particularly on the digital part of your amazing network. I've served in several Islamic countries, including several years in Sudan, which had Sharia law when I was there. And somebody even issued a fatwa against me, whatever that meant. Question here is, what is this Ayatollah, Grand Ayatollah, whatever titles they give each other, Supreme Ayatollah or Major Ayatollah or Captain Ayatollah or General Ayatollah?
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
We are not surprised nor we are shocked with the reaction of Naseeruddin Shah on Diljit Dosanjh. But we would like to tell him that the way the Federation has reacted on this entire issue is with some solid reasons. And it's very important for you to know about it. First of all, you say that he is a true Indian and true nationalist. A person holding an American passport, American citizenship, and not Indian cannot be called an Indian. I think it's very simple to understand. Somebody who remains silent on the terror attack on a country cannot be Indian, cannot be a true Indian. Somebody who doesn't condemn the act supporting terrorism and killings of innocent Indians, that is his heroine in his film, cannot be an Indian. Somebody who has always remained silent on the attacks
from Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Was Manojit Mishra a political appointee? Republic investigation uncovers alleged TMC link. Was the South Calcutta Law College gang rape avoidable? Debating tonight at 8 p.m. dead after custodial torture by Tamil Nadu police. AIADMK questions Thailand model of governance. Is it time to take action on excesses of police? Debating tonight at 9 p.m. Was Manojit Mishra a political appointee? Republic investigation uncovers alleged TMC link. Was the South Calcutta Law College gang rape avoidable? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be on your channel and particularly on the digital part of your amazing network. I've served in several Islamic countries, including several years in Sudan, which had Sharia law when I was there. And somebody even issued a fatwa against me, whatever that meant. Question here is, what does this Ayatollah, Grand Ayatollah, whatever titles they give each other, Supreme Ayatollah or Major Ayatollah, or Captain Ayatollah or General Ayatollah, I don't know what they go around doing with themselves. What has he said against Netanyahu and President Trump? Has he said they should be killed? No, if he's the enemy of Allah, does it mean that somebody should take a pot shot at him? I'm not quite sure what it means. If they're trying to be oversmart, these jokers in Iran who have issued whatever they have issued against this guy. See, my understanding of fatwa, I spoke to many Islamic scholars and I've spoken again to them. A fatwa is a religious opinion, an opinion on a religious issue. For example, can I wear a striped shirt? And somebody might issue a fatwa saying, yes, it's legal in Islam. So it's a very complicated issue. But in recent times, we've been finding people issuing fatwas asking for the physical elimination of the people against whom the fatwa has been issued. This hadn't been done. In fact, funnily enough, it might be.
Was Manojit Mishra a political appointee? Republic investigation uncovers alleged TMC link. Was the South Calcutta Law College gang rape avoidable? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Tribunal observes RCB primarily responsible for Bengaluru Stadium stampede. After video proof of custodial torture of Ajit Kumar, Madurai bench orders judicial probe. NHAI engineer alleges assault by Himachal Pradesh Minister Nadu Singh, FIR registered.
I am not for a change here. I am telling you, there is no groups in the Congress. There is only one group. It is the Congress group headed by Mallikarjun Kharge ji.
DKS goes public denying the cracks within the party, says no change in Chief Minister in Karnataka. Calls for justice grows for Kolkata rape survivor. Protests against Mamata government in Kolkata. Union Cabinet has approved an employment-linked incentive scheme aimed at boosting formal job creation. Good afternoon, viewers. You're watching live and breaking. I'm Rakshita with you. A Dalit girl from Uttar Pradesh was allegedly taken from her village in Prayagraj to Kerala, where she was forcibly converted to Islam and pressurized to train for jihad. The case came to light after a woman named Guddi Devi filed a complaint on the 28th of June, saying her daughter was taken away from her village by a local woman named Kehkasha, also referred to as Darkasha Bano, who offered her money and promised better prospects. But what happened was, it was actually a conversion plot, a plot for jihad. In fact, this is the modus operandi that we are actually playing out on your screen to the left side. How this entire plot unraveled, viewers. And my colleague Sagar Mishra is in Prayagraj getting you the latest details from Ground Zero.
सपा की सरकार में लगभग 10-10, 15-15 लड़कियों को इसी तरह से धर्मांतरण के लिए उकसाया जाता था। केरल लेकर यहाँ से लोग गए थे, लेकिन अभी भी लगातार इस तरह के मामले यहाँ पर सामने आ रहे हैं। देखिए, उस जो पीड़िता है उसका मैं घर आपको दिखा रहा हूँ। लगातार दलित गरीब लोगों को कैसे ये टारगेट यहाँ पर करते थे, आप सोचिए। ये देखिए, कच्चे मकान में आपको दिखा रहा हूँ, कच्ची ईंट की दीवारें आप देखिए यहाँ पर लगी हैं, टीन शेड लगाए, खपड़ेल लगाए। भला ऐसे लोगों को टारगेट करते थे ये लोग, जो लोग इनके बहकावे में आ जाएं और फिर केरल का वो रुख करें जहां पर उन्हें नमाज पढ़ाई जा रही है, कैसे देश विरोधी गतिविधियों में शामिल हो, ये भी उन्हें बताया जा रहा है। फिलहाल देखिए, उस बच्ची के चाचा हमारे साथ हैं। क्या हुआ था सर पूरे मामले में, और कैसे बच्ची यहां से लोग उसे बहका कर ले गए?
मामला ये है, जहाँ कन्हैया कोटेदार के जहाँ लड़की की शादी थी गेट हाउस में, और वहाँ गई, उसकी माँ भी गई, हमारे तीनों बच्चे गए। और वहाँ दावत खाने लिए वो बाकाई चलो फूलपुर घूम आए। फूलपुर ले जाने के बाद वो मस्जिद में लेके चली गई। वहाँ जो लच्छा पहरा जाता है हाथ में धागा, हाँ, उसको भी कटवा दिया, कहे आप मुस्लिम हो जाओ। और वहाँ जबरदस्ती उसको कार में बैठा करके लेके भाग गए इलाहाबाद। इलाहाबाद भाग गए। इलाहाबाद से जहाँ टिकट कटा के दिल्ली तक के बैठा दिया गाड़ी पे।
अच्छा, मतलब कि शादी में लेकर गए, उसके हाथ का रक्षा सूत्र जैसा मैंने पहना कटवा दिया गया, उसके बाद उसे केरल लेकर गए। लेकिन ये सब इतने दिनों से खेल चल रहा था, आप लोग को भनक नहीं लगी? घर में आप लोग रहते हैं।
भनक लगी थी जब मस्जिद में यहाँ पढ़ रही थी, जब मस्जिद में लेके गई 2 एक फेरे, तो हम लोग सुने तो अपनी लड़की को मारा, गरियाया, और उसके बाद उसको भगाया। हम क्या मेरे घर मत आओ, तो कुछ दिन शांत थी। अब वो शादी मौका पा गई, अकेले गई तीनों बहन, और वहाँ से लेके फरार हो गई।
अच्छा, क्या गांव के और लोगों को भी टारगेट किया जा रहा था?
गांव में कई केस कर दिया है, अभी मुकदमा लोगों को चल रहा है। उसके बाद जो यहाँ चुड़िया से पैसा ले करके उसके साथ शादी भी लड़की के अपने कर दिया वो, उसकी माँ ने। वो उसका यही धंधा है, बेचने के धंधा है। और हिंदुओं के लड़कियन के लिए जाकर नमाजी बनाना चाहती है, और मस्जिद पे नमाज पढ़ाना चाहती है, और जो यहाँ कर्मा कोला उर्दू सिखाना चाहती है। बस यही उसका काम है। हाँ,
कुछ लोग यहाँ पर जो आए हुए हैं बजरंग दल के, उनसे भी हम बातचीत करते हैं, जिन्होंने इस केस में देखिए बहुत अहम भूमिका निभाई है। आइए भैया, क्योंकि कई सारे केस इस तरह के ये संज्ञान में लेकर आए, बातचीत भी की है। क्या हुआ था, ये सब कैसे गाँव में चल रहा है ये खेल?
भैया, ये मामला फूलपुर में ये काफ़ी दिन से लब जिहाद की नई नई गतिविधियों से, नए नए तरीके से हिंदू लड़कियों को फंसाया जा रहा है। और ये मामला पहली बार हाईलाइट हुआ है फूलपुर का। इससे पहले 2017 से पहले जब ये सरकार नहीं थी योगी जी की, उससे पहले लगातार हर महीने 2-3 लड़कियां पक्का गायब हो जाती थी। अभी क्या है कि मामले को लब जिहाद की ओर न ले जाकर ये मामला केरल लेकर गई लड़की को, और लड़की यहीं की रहने वाली है। परिवार आप देख ही रहे हैं, कितने गरीब परिवार से बिलोंग कर रहे हैं।
लोग ये भी कह रहे हैं कि अभी इस्लामिक गतिविधियां बहुत तेजी से इस फूलपुर के गांव में चल रही हैं। कई और बच्चियां टारगेट पे थी, कई लोग यहां पर टारगेट पे थे। अब आगे इस केस में जांच कहां तक पहुंचेगी, देखने वाली बात होगी। विजय संतोष के साथ सागर मिश्रा, रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क, प्रयागराज। प्रयागराज के फूलपुर में एक बड़ा धर्मांतरण गैंग, एक बड़े आतंकी मॉड्यूल का पर्दाफाश हुआ। जैसा कि यहाँ के लोगों ने बताया, कई सारी लड़कियों को प्रयागराज के फूलपुर से अगवा किया गया, केरल लेकर गए, इस्लामिक धर्म उन्हें अपनाया गया। अभी भी लगातार ये सब यहाँ पर चल रहा था, लेकिन अब एक लड़की यहाँ पर सामने आई। कैसे आपकी बच्ची इनके बहकावे में आई, क्या कुछ हुआ?
हमारे बच्ची पढ़ने जा रही थी, उसका भी लड़की पढ़ने जा रही थी कॉलेज में, वहीं से संगत था। उसके बाद जो वहीं से जो है वो ले जाने लगी मस्जिद में, वहाँ नमाज सिखाने लगी और उर्दू की भाषा सिखाने लगी। तो उसको जहाँ मना किया, हम लोग सुने तो उसको मारे गरियाए, लड़की को अपने हमारी लड़की घर रहने लगी। और जो भगवान का लच्छा पहरा जाता है उसको भी कटवा दिया। कहते हैं जहाँ ये भगवान मत मानो, हमारे जो है उर्दू धर्म में और मुस्लिम धर्म में आ जाओ। तो हमारी लड़की जहाँ है बताई तो उसके बाद लड़की के हम लोग डांट लगाए, सब कुछ करे, तो लड़की हमारे घर राही लाग। तो कहे बा कन्हैया कोटेदार के 8 मई को शादी था उनकी लड़की के, यहाँ मौर्या गेट हाउस में नहर पर। वहाँ दावत खाने के लिए तीनों बहनें गए उनकी। और उसके बाद वो अनवरी अपने बेटी के लिए वहाँ के गए डेरसा को, वहाँ ले आ गए। तो वहाँ कहीं खाना भी बड़ी देर है, चलो फूलपुर घूम ही आए, अभी 10 मिनट में वापस आते हैं।
अच्छा, मतलब कि ये पूरा इस पूरे खेल में मुस्लिम गैंग के लोग ही हैं?
हाँ, ये पूरा मुस्लिम गैंग के लोग हैं, उनके जो है नमाजी आस्था से बनाना चाहते हैं उनको।
अच्छा, जब लड़की की आई यहाँ पर अपनी बातें बताई, केरल में क्या होता था, देश विरोधी गतिविधियाँ कैसे होती थी, क्या इन लोगों से करवाया जाता था?
वहाँ जो है गए तो यहाँ से दिल्ली से पहुँच गए केरल, उसके बेटिकट पहुँच गए। तो वहाँ देखते हैं जहाँ जिस कमरे में लड़की लिया जा रही थी वहाँ मुस्लिम थे। उसके बाद बड़ी बड़ी दाढ़ी रख के वहाँ थे, और 2 लड़कियाँ परजा टाइम में रखे हुए थे। और ये इसको जहाँ वहाँ नमाजी के रूप में ले जा रहे थे वहाँ। तो उसके बाद हमारी लड़की जब मुस्लिम ने दरवाज़ा का हमारी लड़की पहुँची तो मुस्लिम दपोचना चाहा, तो हमारी लड़की जो है वहाँ से धर्म उसको जो है बदलना चाहे।
Breaking news coming in right now. Valmiki Corporation scam update coming in. High Court has allowed CBI probe into the case, and the High Court has accepted the petition requesting a CBI investigation into the Valmiki scam. In fact, we are interrupted by some more breaking news coming in right now. The National Commission for Women has taken suo cognizance pertaining to the death by suicide of a newlywed woman in Tamil Nadu due to alleged dowry harassment. And that's what we're breaking right now. NCW taking note of the dowry case, the case of dowry harassment, and the woman dying by suicide after alleging harassment at the hands of her husband and in-laws. So that's the breaking news we are getting in right now. National Commission for Women taking note of the case. Sharda joins us live on the broadcast. For more, Sharda, the NCW has taken cognizance, but what is happening on the investigation front?
Well, yesterday the police had arrested Kevin and his parents who had initially troubled the girl over the dowry harassment case, stating that out of the 500 sovereign gold, they had only given 300 and the 200 needs to be given back. Was the fight all about? The last message from the girl points out how she was emotionally, physically and sexually assaulted by her in-laws and her husband, following which a thorough investigation was made, and the police, with the evidences available, arrested both Kevin and his mother and his father as well, and now stating that the NCW has entered in to make sure that a suo motu contingence, and has also asked a proper case to be filed by the Tamil Nadu police, and also to make sure that the court takes up the case seriously and gives a proper judgment in relation to this. And also it had also the NCW also stated that a proper prevention on the dowry harassment case should also be brought in the state of Tamil Nadu.
Right. Thank you so much, Shahada, for joining us with those details coming in on that shocking case of the death of a newly married woman from Tamil Nadu. All right, viewers, we shift our focus to other stories. This is from Karnataka. Amid Karnataka leadership change buzz, the Congress leadership has made it clear, saying that no change in Chief Minister in Karnataka is happening. Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar has cleared the air himself, saying that there is going to be no change in leadership. Listen in.
No change of leadership. 100, I don't know. There is no change. Let them support me. I don't want anyone's support. I want them to win back the assembly election. That is my priority. No change of leadership. 100, I don't know. There is no change. Let them support me. I don't want anyone's support. I want them to win back the assembly election. That is my priority.
When the High Command has very clearly stated, there is nothing of that sort in the decision-making process. It doesn't matter who says what. The High Command has been very clear. Everybody's roles have been well defined. Mr. Siddaramaiah is the Chief Minister. Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is the PCC President and the Deputy Chief Minister. Everybody has been assigned their responsibility through their ministries, and it's our job to ensure we deliver for the people of Karnataka. So irrespective of who says what, the stand by the High Command is extremely clear.
And meanwhile, the BJP has slammed Congress government, saying that people are upset due to the corruption, price rise and weak administration and do not know who will become the chief minister.
कौन मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा वो जनता का मुद्दा नहीं है. जनता का मुद्दा है प्राइस राइज, जनता का मुद्दा है वीक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, जनता का मुद्दा है करप्शन. करप्शन के वजह से जनता परेशान है, प्राइस राइज के वजह से जनता परेशान है, वीक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के वजह से जनता परेशान है. मुद्दा जनता का है वो करप्शन, प्राइस राइज. कौन बनेगा सीएम हमको मालूम नहीं, कौन देगा पैसा हमको भी मालूम नहीं. मुझे लगता है कौन ज़्यादा पैसा देगा उनको सीएम पद मिलेगा, ऐसा कुछ विधायक कॉरिडोर में बात करता है. ये वो हमारा पार्टी का मुद्दा नहीं, हमारा इंटरेस्ट है जनता के बारे में.
And viewers, with that, we are going to take a quick look at some more stories from across the country. This is Bharat in 1 minute.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
Massive face of over Waqf Amendment Act. BJP launches attack at Akhilesh Yadav, calling for dumping of the act. BJP says that Indie bloc is pushing for Sharia constitution.
ये नमाजवादी बाबा साहब के संविधान का सम्मान भी नहीं करते हैं. इनको तो चाहिए केवल शरिया कानून.
4 people have been killed while 5 are injured in a factory fire in Tamil Nadu, Sivakashi. Relief and rescue operations are underway. BJP national leadership has appointed N. Ramachandra Rao as the president of the Telangana state unit, succeeding Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy. And vehicles above 15 years won't get fuel at Delhi petrol pumps from today. Decision has been taken to curb vehicular pollution. Delhi Police personnel and Transport Department have been deployed to ensure the implementation. The Indian Navy has pulled off a daring firefighting and rescue operation, saving 14 Indian crew members from a major fire aboard a Palau-flagged tanker in North Arabian Sea. Quick thinking, rapid deployment and courageous action from INS Tabar have once again reinforced India's position as the first responder in the Indian Ocean region. Here's a report.
In a daring and swift operation on the high seas, the Indian Navy has once again proven its unmatched readiness and commitment to maritime safety. On 29th June, the Navy responded to a critical distress call from Palau-flagged tanker Mount E. Cheng 6, battling a major fire in the North Arabian Sea. The incident unfolded approximately 80 nautical miles east of Fujairah in the early hours when the tanker's engine room caught fire, putting the vessel and its 14 Indian crew members in grave danger. The Indian Navy's frontline warship INS Tabar, on a mission-based deployment in the region, immediately proceeded at maximum speed after receiving the Mayday call. The warship reached the distressed vessel without delay and quickly established communication with the ship's master. In the first phase of the operation, 7 crew members were swiftly evacuated using INS Tabar's boats. No injuries were reported. INS Tabar deployed a 6-member firefighting and damage control team equipped with advanced firefighting gear directly onto the burning vessel. Initial efforts successfully reduced the intensity of the blaze, containing the smoke within the engine room. The Navy then deployed an additional team of 13 personnel, including 5 officers and 8 sailors, to reinforce the firefighting operation. INS Tabar remains on station, providing critical support and standing by for further assistance if needed. The Indian Navy continues to prove that when danger strikes at sea, India is always the first responder.
All right, viewers, now on to the big news from Kolkata. Controversy, of course, continues to erupt in the South Calcutta Law College rape case. BJP has raised serious questions on social media regarding the college admission of one of the accused. Also, Manojit Mishra, the prime accused in the Kolkata Law College rape case, has at least 5 cases registered against him in the past that includes attempt to murder, sexual assault and extortion. Now, his trail of offences began in 2013 when, barely a year into his studies at the same law college, he allegedly stabbed a fellow student in the chest, the officer said. Though the attack prompted an FIR, Mishra remained untraceable for 3 years without ever facing arrest. So he's a history sheeter. He's been given a free run. He has enjoyed the patronage of the ruling party. And these are the 6 FIRs. I correct, 6 FIRs, 6 offences registered. 2014, assault case, Alipur, Kolkata Police Station. Another FIR, 2017, Koshba, Kolkata. Assault, threat. 2019, Anandapura in Kolkata, blocked and threatened a student in college. Another FIR 2022 in Koshba, once again, molestation of a girl, assault of a girl. 2023, again in Koshba, allegation, assault. And the next FIR, as recent as September 2024, Toliganj, South Kolkata, assault case. Once again, against this Manojit Mishra, who has links with the TMC. And now he is in custody in a rape case, in a gang rape case, viewers. So the links of the political links to Trinamool Congress are under scanner. And BJP is raising questions. Pinky joins us live on the broadcast from Kolkata. Pinky, हमें बताएं कि क्या कुछ सामने आ रहा है. एक चीज़ तो साफ है कि this man is a history sheeter. He has at least 6 FIRs against him. And he has been enjoying this free run. He is allowed freely in campuses. And he has links with the TMC. That is very clear now.
देखिए, हैबिचुअल ऑफेंडर कह सकते हैं आप इस मनोजित मिश्र को। 2014 से इसका कारनामा शुरू हुआ है। किसी को पीटना, किसी को मारना, थ्रेट करना, ये तो लगा ही रहता था। 2014, 2018, 2019, 2022, 2024 5 बार ये ऑफेंड किया है। क्रिमिनल केसेस इसके ऊपर है। कभी थ्रेट करना, और सिर्फ यही पर रुका हुआ नहीं था। 2022 में इसी कॉलेज का, कस्बा का लॉ कॉलेज का एक स्टूडेंट को सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट और मोलेस्टेशन का चार्जेस भी इसके ऊपर था। उस केस में FIR भी हुआ था। मगर इसके बाद भी उसका जो पोस्ट था तृणमूल कांग्रेस की तरफ से इस कॉलेज में उसका जो पोस्ट था वो हटा नहीं। 2024 में उसको फिर से उसका जो अपॉइंटमेंट था वो किया गया था। 2024 में वो अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर भी हम लोगों का रिपब्लिक एक्सेस किया है और अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर में ये साफ है कि अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर में जिसका सिग्नेचर है वो इस गवर्निंग बॉडी का प्रेसिडेंट है, MLA, तृणमूल कांग्रेस का MLA अशोक देव का रेफरेंस है और उनका साइन इस अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर में है। तो ये जो लिंक है वो अभी साफ है। मगर क्वेश्चन कुछ और है। क्वेश्चन है कि फर्स्ट जब ये घटना घटी और सामने आया कि तृणमूल छात्र परिषद का एक लीडर गैंग रेप में शामिल था, तभी तृणमूल कांग्रेस की तरफ से एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस किया गया था और बोला गया था कि इस मनोजित से तृणमूल कांग्रेस का कोई नाता नहीं है। मगर जो उसके बाद जो सामने आ रहा है वो विस्फोटक है, क्योंकि 2014 से जो हैबिचुअल ऑफेंडर है इनके ऊपर इतना सारा FIR है। अभी तक 6 FIR लॉन्च किया गया है इसके ऊपर, मनोजित के ऊपर। और इतना सारा FIR रहने के बाद भी कोलकाता का एक लॉ कॉलेज में वो सिर्फ स्टाफ नहीं।
Ji, right. Pinky, thank you so much for joining us with those details coming in on that story, viewers. We'll keep a close eye on that. But right now, we have to, viewers, shift. We will have to slip into a short break right now, but we will continue to get you more updates from Kolkata as the anger is mounting and the chorus for justice is growing louder for Kolkata gang rape survivor. Protests against Mamata government continue in this city. And the Union Cabinet has approved an employment-linked incentive scheme aimed at boosting formal job creation. Details on the other side.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
We are not surprised nor we are shocked with the reaction of Naseeruddin Shah on Diljit Dosanjh. But we would like to tell him that the way the Federation has reacted on this entire issue is with some solid reasons. And it's very important for you to know about it. First of all, you say that he is a true Indian and true nationalist. A person holding an American passport, American citizenship, and not Indian cannot be called an Indian. I think it's very simple to understand. Somebody who remains silent on the terror attack on a country cannot be Indian, cannot be a true Indian. Somebody who doesn't condemn the act supporting terrorism and killings of innocent Indians, that is his heroine in his film, cannot be an Indian. Somebody who has always remained silent on the attacks on India by Pakistan cannot be an Indian. So I would like to tell Naseeruddin Shah that we at the Federation
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be on your channel and particularly on the digital part of your amazing network. I've served in several Islamic countries, including several years in Sudan, which had Sharia law when I was there. And somebody even issued a fatwa against me, whatever that meant. Question here is, what does this Ayatollah, Grand Ayatollah, whatever titles they give each other, Supreme Ayatollah or Major Ayatollah, or Captain Ayatollah or General Ayatollah, I don't know what they go around doing with themselves. What has he said against Netanyahu and President Trump? Has he said they should be killed? No, if he's the enemy of Allah, does it mean that somebody should take a pot shot at him? I'm not quite sure what it means. If they're trying to be oversmart, these jokers in Iran who have issued whatever they have issued against this guy. See, my understanding of fatwa, I spoke to many, many Islamic scholars.
Tribunal observes RCB primarily responsible for Bengaluru Stadium stampede. After video proof of custodial torture of Ajit Kumar, Madurai bench orders judicial probe. NHAI engineer alleges assault by Himachal Pradesh Minister Anirudh Singh, FIR registered.
I am not for a change here. I am telling you, there is no groups in the Congress. There is only one group. It is the Congress group headed by Mallikarjun Kharge ji.
DKS goes public, denies cracks within the party. says no change in the Chief Minister in Karnataka. The call for justice grows for Kolkata gang rape survivor. Protest against Mamata government in Kolkata. And the Union Cabinet has approved an employment-linked incentive scheme aimed at boosting formal job creation. The ISKCON Sri Radhakrishna Temple in Spanish Fork in Utah of the United States, world famous for its color festivals, has come under attack in suspected hate crime. Viewers, over the past several days, 20 to 30 bullets were fired at the temple building and the surrounding property. The incidents occurred during nighttime hours while devotees and guests were present inside. And it resulted in thousands of dollars in structural damage, including to the temple's hand-carved arches. This is according to Vaibhavi Devi Dasi, who's a co-founder of that temple. And on 18th of June, the temple staff heard a loud noise and observed some smoke coming from the temple's radio station roof, but could not confirm its cause. And just days later, a bullet hole was discovered in one of the temple windows, with the bullet traveling into a wall of the main worship space. Additional bullet holes were found in buildings' arches, and about 20 shell casings were recovered from the road just outside the temple's security fence. Viewers, surveillance footage revealed a pickup truck parked in front of the property on the night of shooting, though no suspect has been identified yet. Viewers, so another case of temple being attacked. This is the temple in Utah of United States. And that's the breaking news we have right now. And you can see the visual there that in fact shows that it was attacked. How the attack, you can see the bullet shots there, the gunshots in that wall. And there were multiple shots, viewers, that have been reported. This is the breaking news we are getting in right now, viewers. This is a shocking case that is coming in, and it's been reported now, and no suspect has been identified yet. This is the ISKCON temple, viewers. Viewers, we move on to the RCB stampede probe. Now, the Central Administrative Tribunal has observed that prima facie the Royal Challengers Bengaluru cricket team is responsible for the massive crowd that gathered in Bengaluru for the IPL victory celebrations on the 4th of June. In a stampede that claimed 11 lives and left several others injured, viewers. So the tribunal has held RCB responsible for the stampede. Central Administrative Tribunal blames just the RCB for what happened that led to the lives of 11 people, 11 fans, 11 people in Bengaluru in June, viewers. And this was a victory parade, a victory celebration, an event attended by the top leaders, including the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister. Abhishek joins us live on the broadcast from Bengaluru. Abhishek, tell us more about what has the tribunal said. Does it say that there was no role of the administration at all in the calls that were taken? Has the RCB so powerful that whatever the RCB says will be followed?
Well, Rakshita, following the victory of RCB's match on June 3rd, RCB had planned to conduct a victory march on June 4th in Bengaluru, where they put on a social media status and invitation to the people of Karnataka stating that the RCB would conducting a parade or a celebration in Chinnaswamy Stadium located in Bengaluru without obtaining the permission from Karnataka State Police or the government is what the police department have informed the Central Administrative Tribunal in Bengaluru as of now. So the Central Administrative Tribunal has demanded demanded the government of Karnataka that the suspension of the IPS officer Vikas Kumar has to be withdrawn because prima facie no such action of dereliction of duty has been found with respect to the Karnataka State Police. And another point is, RCB is the sole person or the sole group which was responsible for the stampede is what the document claims in front of the CAT. So it is very clear from the orders passed by the Central Administrative Tribunal that the RCB's uninvolved status, which also invited people to the Chinnaswamy Stadium, is one of the reasons for stampede, whereas the capacity of the Chinnaswamy Stadium is 35,000, but after seeing the post of RCB on social media, at least 3.5 lakhs people had gathered there. The CAT also feels, the Administrative Tribunal also says that police aren't God and they can't create everything or any benefit or any changes overnight, and this is the dereliction of the duty of the Karnataka State Government and not the Bangalore City Police or the Karnataka State Police. So the Central Administrative Tribunal has directly mentioned that the entire reason behind the stampede belongs alone to RCB at this point of time, Rakshita.
Right, Abhishek, right. So there is a complete blame game that we saw right after this. But the fact remains that the Deputy Chief Minister had very well gone to receive this team. He was part of the celebrations. Everybody was part of the celebration. There was a letter also that showed that the police was not ready. But what about that negligence? What about what was happening outside that Chinnaswamy Stadium? And they continued with the celebrations. What about that? Who's responsible for that? Nobody stopped the celebrations despite what was happening.
Well, the dereliction of duties also belong to the Karnataka State Government because, Rakshita, we had clearly seen DCM DK Shivkumar had been to the HL airport to receive the players of RCB who had just won the IPL 2025 trophy. On the other hand, when he was addressing the media at Ramnagar Court, he mentioned that the government will be organizing a celebration or a felicitation event to the RCB players in front of the Grand Steps of Vidhan Sauda. After which CM Siddaramaiah also had congratulated and mentioned that the governor will also be present to celebrate the victory of RCB. After which, CM Siddaramaiah, after completing the felicitation on the Vidhan Sauda steps, straightly headed to another private program with his grandson, is what the entire state knows as of now. On the other hand, when the RCB players were about to reach the Chinnaswamy Stadium, around 27 gates are present in Chinnaswamy Stadium, out of which only 3 gates were opened. This is also one of the reasons as to why the stampede occurred. The Karnataka State Cricket Association, the management of the Karnataka State Cricket Association, dereliction of Bangalore City Police to an extent is also acceptable and is also seen, whereas the Karnataka government had very clearly mentioned the Karnataka State Cricket Association that there will be a celebratory event is what the documents show as of now. We have also seen the top cops of Bengaluru mentioning the Karnataka government and also informing the CM that they will not be able to deploy huge number of police overnight because they will have to get all the police force from various other parts of the state as well, for which the Karnataka state government or the chief minister or DCM didn't give a heed, and this is the one of the issues as to why, or one of the reasons as to why this stampede occurred. So equally, the first target would be RCB, or the first reason for the stampede would be the RCB putting out the post on Facebook or various other platforms.
So the second reason would be I want to understand from you, Abhishek, what happens next? Will RCB send a notice? What really happens? What can the tribunal do from here on?
The Central Administrative Tribunal might also make the RCB's management a part in the appeal gone by Vikas Kumar with respect to the government suspending him from his duties. Also, the CAT might direct the High Court or any other investigation agency to make sure that the Karnataka state government is also a part of this investigation. Also, it will demand that the negligence of Karnataka state government to be mentioned in the investigation henceforth. Rakshita.
Right. Thanks so much, Abhishek, for joining us with those details coming in on that story, viewers. And more news from Karnataka. There has been a constant buzzer about a leadership change in the state. The Congress has now made it clear, no change in Chief Minister in Karnataka. That's what the Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivkumar himself has said. He attempted to clear the air, saying that there will be no change in the leadership. Listen in to DK's.
No change of leadership. I don't know. There is no change. Let them support me. I don't want anyone's support. I want them to win back the assembly election. That is my priority.
when the High Command has very clearly stated there is nothing of that sort in the decision-making process. It doesn't matter who says what. The High Command has been very clear. Everybody's roles have been well defined. Mr. Siddaramaiah is the Chief Minister. Mr. D.K. Kumar is the PCC President and the Deputy Chief Minister. Everybody has been assigned their responsibility through their ministries, and it's our job to ensure we deliver for the people of Karnataka. So irrespective of who says what, the stand by the High Command is extremely clear.
All right, we have some breaking news coming in from West Bengal. We were cutting across to live visuals coming in. The anger on the streets of West Bengal. Again, shots coming in from Kolkata. BJP workers staging protest against the Mamata Banerjee government over the gang rape of the law student. And you can see that the police force trying to once again stop the protesters as they attempt to break down the barricades. And there you have dramatic visuals coming in. Republic Bangla gets you more ground updates, more ground reports. You see how the BJP workers are trying to break through the barricades in Kolkata, and this is incessant protests. These are back-to-back protests in West Bengal against the gang rape of a law college student, and the key accused being linked to the TMC. And there's no statement from Mamata Banerjee yet, and there is only anger and outrage against her government. These are protests, in fact, from Barrackpore that are coming in. So from Kolkata to Barrackpore, across West Bengal, we see such dramatic protests being held by the opposition party, that is the BJP, in the state against the Mamata Banerjee government. Remember, the prime accused, Manojit Mishra, is a criminal offender, he's a repeat offender, he's a history sheeter, and he has been given a free run. We've seen him, what we've understood is that he has enjoyed patronage of the ruling party. Since 2014, he has been indulging in multiple serious offences that also includes the assault of a woman in the past. And now he is in custody in a gang rape case. And the investigation continues, but the questions loom large on the ruling dispensation. The TMC turning a blind eye, giving a free run to such offenders, to those who perpetrate, who commit crimes against women. Under the rule of a woman chief minister, these elements are given a free run. That is what is quite visible. And there's this sheer apathy and insensitive, shameful comments being made by the likes of Kalyan Banerjee against the victim, like Madan Mitra as well. You have these visuals from Barrackpore now. BJP protesting from Kolkata to Barrackpore in West Bengal, breaking down the barricades, and police trying to obstruct the protesters. Now we have some more breaking news coming in right now. Viewers, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari has strongly condemned the assault on NHAI official Achal Jindal, allegedly by Himachal Minister and his aides, calling the incident a threat to institutional integrity. Gadkari says that he has spoken to the Chief Minister, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, and demanded swift and exemplary action. Viewers, this is a shocking case that emerged from Himachal Pradesh, where a Himachal minister had brutally attacked an NHAI officer. And now we have Nitin Gadkari now taking cognizance of the matter. Nitin Gadkari, the Minister for Road Transport and Highways of India, speaking to Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. The man there on the right side of his screen is Anirudh Singh. He is the one who, in fact, had attacked the NHAI officer. And there's an FIR filed against this cabinet minister, Anirudh Singh. And Anirudh Rana has been booked for assaulting the officer. Take a listen into what the BJP is saying.
देखिए, देवभूमि का इससे बड़ा दुर्भाग्य क्या होगा, जहां के एक मंत्री का नाम FIR में आए, कंप्लेंट में आए, और ये कहा जाए कि नेशनल हाईवे अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया के अधिकारियों को कमरे में बंद करके उनके सिर फोड़ने का काम किया जाए। आखिरकार हिमाचल प्रदेश में सरकार है या नहीं है? और सरकार है तो सरकार के मंत्री किस काम पे लगे? रेलवे लाइन के लिए पैसा दिया जाता है तो वहां राज्य की सरकार अपना हिस्सा नहीं डालती। सड़कों के लिए पैसा दिया जाता है तो उस काम को करवाने वाले अधिकारियों को बंद कमरे में मंत्री और उसके सहयोगियों द्वारा पीटा जाता है। अभी विमल नेगी जी का केस हल नहीं हुआ था, वहां सीबीआई की जांच हुई, अभी वो पूरी नहीं हुई और दूसरे अधिकारी का सिर फोड़ने का काम किया गया। हिमाचल प्रदेश के अधिकारी कर्मचारी सुरक्षित है या नहीं, मुख्यमंत्री जवाब दें। और हिमाचल प्रदेश में क्या अधिकारियों को मरने पर, आत्महत्या करने या उनकी हत्या करने पर जिस तरह के संगीन आरोप लगे हैं और अब जिस तरह से उनके ऊपर प्रहार किए गए, ये अपने आप में कांग्रेस की सरकार पर सवाल खड़े करता है।
एनएचआई के एक अधिकारी को मंत्री और मंत्री के साथ में उनके साथी मिल करके पिटाई कर देते हैं। अधिकारी घायल होता है और घायल होकर के वो उपचाराधीन है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी अभी तक हमको मालूम पड़ा है कि कोई कार्रवाई उनके खिलाफ अभी तक नहीं की गई है, ना एफआईआर दर्ज की गई है। मेरा इस बात को लेकर के मुख्यमंत्री जी से आग्रह है, जो मंत्री उस ससगारी घटना में शामिल था जहां मारपिटाई की गई, मंत्री ने स्वयं अपने हाथों से की है, ऐसा भी लोग बता रहे हैं। और बताया जा रहा है कि मीडिया के लोगों ने बचाने की कोशिश की, मीडिया वालों को कैमरे रोक दिए गए। और अगर ऐसा है तो मंत्री के खिलाफ तुरंत एफआईआर दर्ज होनी चाहिए। मंत्री के खिलाफ मुख्यमंत्री को कार्रवाई करके उनको मंत्रिमंडल से हटाना चाहिए।
Now viewers, a fresh political face-off has broken out after the BJP launched a no-holds-barred attack on Bihar's Assembly Leader of Opposition Tejasvi Yadav over the Waqf Amendment Act. Here's a quick report.
Ahead of the 2025 Bihar Assembly elections, a fresh political face-off has broken out between the RJD and BJP over the Waqf Amendment Act. The BJP launched a scathing attack at RJD leader and Bihar Assembly's leader of opposition Tejasvi Yadav, saying those who call themselves socialists are siding with the Muslim community. Sharpening the attack, BJP leader Govt said that the Indie Alliance wants to establish Sharia law in the state of Bihar.
जो बिहार में अपने आप को समाजवादी बताते हैं, उनका असली चेहरा अगर कुछ है तो वो नमाजवादी है। ये नमाजवादी बाबा साहब का संविधान नहीं चाहते हैं। ये नमाजवादी बाबा साहब के संविधान का सम्मान भी नहीं करते हैं। इनको तो चाहिए केवल शरिया कानून, इनको चाहिए हलाला। इनकी समझ है कि केवल एक धर्म विशेष का सशक्तिकरण होगा और जो आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सोच है कि दलित, महिला, पिछड़ा समाज, इसका सशक्तिकरण हो, इसका नाश करने के लिए कोई आगे आ रहा है तो ये कहना गलत नहीं होगा वो आरजेडी और तेजस्वी यादव हैं। तो मैं इस मंच से इतना जरूर कहना चाहूंगा कि आप शरिया 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 करो और भारतीय जनता पार्टी संविधान 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 की बात करेगी।
Now, Thailand's Prime Minister Shinawatra has been suspended from office by the Constitutional Court due to a leaked phone call with Cambodian Senate President Hun Sen, sparking a major political crisis. The controversy began when Shinawatra engaged in diplomacy over a border dispute with Cambodia, which escalated into an armed confrontation on the 28th of May that resulted in the death of a Cambodian soldier. During the phone call, she referred to Hun Sen as uncle and made comments critical of a Thai military commander, which were perceived as attempts to appease Cambodia and undermine Thailand's military. The leaked audio triggered widespread public outrage, protests and demands for her resignation, with thousands of conservative and nationalist-leaning protesters rallying in Bangkok. The Constitutional Court voted 7-2 to suspend Shinawatra from duty, citing a breach of ethics, and she has 15 days to present her defense. Deputy Prime Minister Suriya Juangroongruangkit is expected to serve as acting Prime Minister during her suspension. Shinawatra's suspension marks the second time in less than a year that a Thai Prime Minister has been removed from breaching ethical codes. And viewers, with that, we shift our focus to some more stories that are making news from across the country. A quick look in just a minute.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
Incessant rainfall continues in Uttarakhand. As a result, the water level of Alaknanda river has risen, submerging small temples and an idol of Lord Shiva in Rudraprayag. Amid the heavy rainfall, cloudbursts and flash floods, police conducted relief operations to rescue the people stuck in Himachal's Hamirpur. In Delhi's Gandhinagar, the illegal encroachments were demolished by the administration. Meanwhile, celebrations are underway currently. In fact, celebrations are underway in Dharamshala of Himachal Pradesh. All right, we'll get you more updates on that. Senior BJP leader PVN Madhav has been appointed as the new Andhra Pradesh BJP president today. All right, we have some. We have S. Jayashankar there. These are visuals coming in from Washington, D.C. And the meeting underway right now, the Quad meeting. Dr. S. Jayashankar is in Washington. He is on a visit to United States from 30th of June to the 2nd of July, so today and tomorrow. And key issues, of course, on agenda. S. Jayashankar in Washington. He is going to meet U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio also. And you see him holding a meeting there. It's an official visit to the United States at the invitation of U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio to participate in the next edition of the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting. Has been scheduled for today, so it's begun. And leaders to build upon the discussions held during the last meeting of the Quad Foreign Ministers that took place in Washington on the 21st of January, and exchanging views on regional and global developments, particularly those concerning the Indo-Pacific, review the progress made, and deliberate on new proposals to advance the shared vision of a free and open Indo-Pacific. And remember, before arriving in Washington, D.C., Jayashankar was in New York, where he inaugurated an exhibition at the United Nations on the human cost of terrorism. And he made a bold statement on terrorism as well there. So viewers, there you have the picture, the first picture of the meeting coming in. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jayashankar and the Japanese Foreign Minister also there. So this is the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting that has begun today. All right, we shift our focus, viewers. The video proof of custodial torture of Ajit Kumar by Tamil Nadu police has been accessed by Republic TV. And to understand the context, viewers, 5 policemen have been arrested late Monday in connection with this custodial death of a 27-year-old temple security guard who died last week following an alleged torture during interrogation in Tamil Nadu Shivaganga district. Now, Ajit Kumar was questioned on the 27th of June over a theft complaint that involved missing gold from a devotee's parked car at Madhapuram Bhadrakaliamman temple, where he worked as a security guard. Now, initially, he was released, but he was picked up again by a special team the next day, and he later died in the hospital last Saturday. The arrest followed mounting public pressure and Madras High Court observing that the case should be treated with utmost seriousness. Sharda joins us live on the broadcast from Sharda. Well, there has been mounting anger. We've seen BJP staging protests against the police, and the Madras High Court has also now, pulled up the Tamil Nadu police, and this is a brutality that has been caught on camera as well.
Well, we saw the video that the stringer had sent, where we can see how the police had been beating up Ajit Kumar along with the other accused, and we also got to know from the postmortem report that Ajit fell unconscious, while the police tried to say that Ajit tried to escape, and that's the reason they had to take these measures, the brutal measures to hit him up, and towards the end where he got epilepsy and he had fallen unconscious. However, we also have been hearing claims from the AIADMK stating that the DMK had threatened the family, Ajit Kumar's family, and have been asking them to keep silence on this issue. And following the video that was out today afternoon, the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court had taken over and have asked for a judicial probe and a proper inquiry in this, and they have also appointed an official to make sure that the entire case of the police brutality and the police custodial death is recorded in a proper way, and they would be going to the locations and check what the entire story is all about. However, now 5 police officials who were suspended are also arrested, and the SP is now kept under continuous wait, and his suspension is also underway is what we have been hearing. The latest is that after the court has ordered this, the Indian Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has called Ajit Kumar's mother, and over the call has also stated that he would make sure that the justice for their son is given, and the mother also speaking to the local media there confirmed that the Chief Minister had reached out to them and said that he would help them.
Thank you so much, Sharda, for joining us with your details. Viewers, we now shift our focus to the other story that we are tracking. And this is, in fact, a breaking development that we are tracking for you. Donald Trump has said that he will take a look when asked about deporting Elon Musk from the United States. Well, so Elon Musk versus another round of Elon Musk versus Donald Trump. So he says that he will take a look if at all Elon Musk has to be deported from the United States. Trump says that Elon Musk could lose a lot more than the EV mandate. Remember, there has been this face-off going on between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and also this, Musk going back to South Africa statement that is also doing the rounds. So this is the latest we have in the feud. And listen into what Trump said.
Nothing. No, he's upset. He's losing his EV mandate, and he's very upset about things, but he could lose a lot more than that. I can tell you right now. Hey, Elon can lose a lot more than that. Nothing. No, he's upset. He's losing his EV mandate, and he's very upset about things, but he could lose a lot more than that. I can tell you right now. Hey, Elon can lose a lot more than that.
And moving on, viewers, to other stories that we are tracking for you. Now, and some more news coming in from Udayagiri. Now, this is the latest update we have. It's a big move in Atmanirbharta. The second warship of the project P-17A Nilgiri class stealth frigates designed by Warship Design Bureau of Indian Navy, overseen by the warship overseeing team and built by the Mazagon Dock Limited, Mumbai, delivered to the Indian Navy today. And Mumbai, this is a watershed moment for the Indian Navy, viewers. Udayagiri is the 100th ship designed and delivered by the Warship Design Bureau. Warship built with over 75% indigenous content and is equipped with the state-of-the-art weapons and sensors. Videos, photos of the same on your screens. Udayagiri to boost the Indian Navy's combat readiness and capability to safeguard our maritime interest in the Indian Ocean region. And of course, the INS Thammal also being commissioned today. That, of course, adds a double boost to Indian Navy. All right, time for a short break, but we'll get you the latest updates coming in. The probe against RCB. Tribunal observes RCB primarily responsible for the deadly stampede in Bengaluru. NHAI engineer alleges assault by Himachal Pradesh Minister Niruddha Singh. FIR has been registered in the case.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
We are not surprised nor we are shocked with the reaction of Naseeruddin Shah on Diljit Dosanjh. But we would like to tell him that the way the Federation has reacted on this entire issue is with some solid reasons. And it's very important for you to know about it. First of all, you say that he is a true Indian and true nationalist. A person holding an American passport, American citizenship, and not Indian cannot be called an Indian. I think it's very simple to understand. Somebody who remains silent on the terror attack on a country cannot be Indian, cannot be a true Indian. Somebody who doesn't condemn the act supporting terrorism and killings of innocent Indians, that is his heroine in his film, cannot be an Indian. Somebody who
from Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
You're watching 6 at 6 with me, Akanksha Khajuri, and this evening, as we bring you top stories from around the world, our focus will be on the custodial torture in Tamil Nadu. We'll show you the video of a young man dragged and beaten by the police there. Next, from West Bengal, we will tell you how Monojit Mishra, one of the accused in the gang rape case, held a position in the law college where this incident took place despite being a history cheater. Now, another lapse has come as far as Air India is concerned, a shocking mid-air drop. We'll tell you and the details about this and get you more expert analysis on that as well. Now, after that, we will bring you a Republic TV exclusive reportage which uncovers major lapses in Karnataka's caste census, fake data, no door-to-door survey whatsoever. And in Thailand, a leaked audio clip has led to suspension of the Thailand Prime Minister. And finally, India's naval firepower gets a big boost. INS Tamal has been commissioned in Russia. These are the top 6 stories that we are tracking for you this evening. Let's get started. In fact, the first story we are tracking for you is from Tamil Nadu. We'll start by showing you the video of the brutal assault of a temple guard who was tortured to death in the police custody in Tamil Nadu. Now, the video will shock you and you should watch this. The video shows cops kicking, dragging and beating the 27-year-old Ajit Kumar outside the lockup. The police, which was supposed to only interrogate the accused, took him outside the lockup, circled around him and beat him up. Postmortem report has showed external injuries on Ajit's body. 5 policemen have been arrested so far in this case, but questions are being raised on the role of the senior officer. Why was the superintendent of police of that area only transferred by the BJP? This is a question that BJP is asking. They have asked for that resignation of the chief minister. And in fact, the political pressure forced him to address the press conference today, listening to this templated response from the chief minister.
வந்தோம் ஆக்ஷன் எடுத்துட்டுமே வந்தோம் எங்களை எப்போ தகவல் தெரிஞ்ச உடனே நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாச்சு, கைது பண்ணியாச்சு. இன்னைக்கு கூட மீது நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கிறோம். வந்தோம் ஆக்ஷன் எடுத்துட்டுமே வந்தோம் எங்களை எப்போ தகவல் தெரிஞ்ச உடனே நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாச்சு, கைது பண்ணியாச்சு. இன்னைக்கு கூட மீது நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கிறோம்.
In Tamil Nadu, we don't have right to raise our voice. We don't have a right to raise our voice. Whether a democratic procedure is followed by the state government, I don't know. They are giving permission for their alliance partners, but they are not giving permission for our opposition partners. Political parties, highly condemnable. We are unable to raise our voice. All our voice are crushed in Tamil Nadu. Why can't they give permission? We want to raise our voice against the atrocities and the foul language used by the leader Raja. How can they mention such words? So it is disheartening to be in Tamil Nadu like this.
Let me go across to Apsara Reddy from AIADMK. Thank you so much for speaking to Republic TV. We've seen that footage, a very shocking one that has come to the fore as far as this custodial torture is concerned. BJP is calling this a custodial murder. But Chief Minister is saying that action has been taken, suspensions have been made, arrests have been done. But according to you, is this enough?
Not at all. Look at the tone and tenor of the sitting Chief Minister. When he was the opposition leader, when Satanpulam happened, he was out in the streets placarding all kinds of slogans. In Satanpulam case, there was a CBI arrest that was ordered. There were arrests instantly made. It was handed over to CBI. And the Chief Minister then, Edappadi Palaniswamy, swung into action. Here, the FIR is filed late when the theft happened. The autopsy report has been bungled. Then this person, the Ajit Kumar in question, has been moved around for 2 days where he doesn't get captured by CCTV. Police are beating him with iron rods. The Stalin government has only arrested 5 junior officers. Why are the junior officers being made a scapegoat of? What about the senior head? Why is the DGP not coming out and speak up? The DGP should resign, and Stalin has any moral responsibility. With elections coming up, he should be at the top of his game with the police department functioning under the Chief Minister. He is the Home Minister too of the state. It's absolutely appalling. The court had to give them a rap for them to before they woke up and actually even came and gave out a press conference. Stalin is an inefficient Chief Minister. It's a sleeping model under the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. The government is not called Dravidian model. It's a sleeping model under Stalin, and he doesn't know how to handle the police. Absolute ludicrous arguments coming in from the DMK spokespersons across media networks justifying the action taken of suspending 5 junior officers. What about the DGP? What about his son, the Deputy Chief Minister, Udayanidhi Stalin? Has he gone and visited Ajit Kumar's family? Everybody, the CM is going for and watching VIP previews of big stars and watching films of his son and going to high-profile shows in Dubai and watching chess competitions from premium galleries. What about going and visiting Ajit Kumar's family? What about taking immediate action against police brutality? You can't allow Khaki to go rogue, Khaki to become such cruel, Khaki to take a cruel form like this and sit watching like a lame duck.
Absolutely. So AIADMK also there saying that mere suspension or transfer or arrest of the officials is not enough. There needs to be accountability. Thank you so much, Bam, for speaking to Republic TV. Now let's take you to the state of West Bengal. 6 FIRs, one name, Monojit Mishra, assault, molestation, death threats. These are the charges spanning 10 years, and yet Monojit continued to hold a position in Calcutta Law College. Now he has been removed from that post, but only after massive outrage. Republic TV has accessed not just 1 but 6 FIR that show a clear pattern of the violence. This was not the first time Monojit assaulted and molested a girl in West Bengal. And as the probe in this case continues, police has also found blood-stained bedsheet at the spot where the gang rape took place. Questions are now being asked. Who backed Monojit Mishra? Was it TMC, as the Bharatiya Janata Party has claimed? Why was nothing done for so long? Let me now take you through several cases that have been filed against Monojit Mishra in the last 10 years. Details are there on the screen that you can in fact see you. The first case was filed in 2014, as you can see. This was the first file, and the police station is Alipur in Calcutta. The allegation, as you can see, is assault. Let's show you the second case as far as Monojit Mishra is concerned. This was 3 years later in 2017. Kasba police station. Now, this is the same police station where this present case has been registered. The allegation is assault and threat. The next one, 2 years later, police station Anandpur in Calcutta. The allegation is blocked and threatened students in college. So, he was still part of the law college where this incident took place. 2022, molestation and assault. So, he was a history cheater, and these FIR clearly show you that. Let's move on to another, FIR against him. 2023. Banerjee just 2 years back, Kasbah police station, so many cases in that specific police station, and the allegation is assault. In 2024, this is another police station in South Calcutta, another allegation of assault as far as Monojit Mishra is concerned. And these are, in fact, all the FIRs that have been registered against Monojit Mishra in the last 10 years, and the pattern remains the same: molestation and assault. Let me go across to my colleague Bhaskar, who continues to track this story very closely. Bhaskar, we have seen that in the last 10 years, as we were telling our viewers, there have been multiple cases against him as far as molestation and assault are concerned. Still, he was part of that law college. What explains this, and who is shielding Monojit Mishra? Give us more details about the probe in this case.
एब्सोल्युटली आकांक्षा, देखिए इसके पहले भी 6 FIR दर्ज हो चुका था मनोजित मिश्रा के खिलाफ, जिसके अंदर एलिगेशंस ऐसे थे कि ये मनोजित मिश्रा ने आशिक इकबाल हो या फिर कोई दूसरे को जान से मारने का धमकी दिया है, या फिर मॉलेस्टेशन किया है, या फिर फिजिकल असॉल्ट किया है। लेकिन एक बात तो साफ है, कलकत्ता पुलिस के पास इतना हिम्मत नहीं था कि मनोजित मिश्रा के खिलाफ कोई सख्त कदम उठा लिए। और देखिए, ये मनोजित मिश्रा, ये जो रूलिंग पार्टी तृणमूल कांग्रेस, इनकी जो स्टूडेंट्स विंग TMCP, तृणमूल कांग्रेस छात्र परिषद, ये छात्र परिषद के एक लीडर थे। पर सिर्फ यही नहीं, बहुत लोगों का ये मानना है कि तृणमूल कांग्रेस के काफी सारे सीनियर लीडर्स के ब्लेसिंग्स, सीनियर लीडर्स के साथ इस मनोजित मिश्रा के साथ है। इसीलिए 6 FIR दर्ज होने के बाद भी मनोजित मिश्रा के खिलाफ कोई सख्त कार्रवाई हो नहीं पाया। और अभी तक देखिए, जो आपको आज की अपडेट बता दूं, कॉलेज की तरफ से गवर्निंग बॉडी मीटिंग हो चुका है, और मीटिंग से ये डिसीजन लिया गया है कि मनोजित को जो उसका जो जॉब था साउथ कलकत्ता लॉ कॉलेज के अंदर ही, कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल जॉब, उससे उसको निकाल दिया गया है, और साथ ही साथ और 2 एक्यूज को भी रस्टिकेट कर दिया गया। लेकिन सवाल कुछ और है। जहां तक कॉलेज अथॉरिटी की बात है, कॉलेज अथॉरिटी के पास पहले से ये जानकारी थी कि मनोजित मिश्रा किस किस्म का लड़का है, और इसके खिलाफ काफी सारे एलिगेशंस भी थे। उसके बावजूद कॉलेज की तरफ से इसको नौकरी दिया गया, और कॉलेज की तरफ से भी कोई कदम नहीं लिया गया कि मनोजित को रोका जाए। मनोजित के खिलाफ इसके
Absolutely, Bhaskar. So in the last 10 years, 6 cases against Monojit Mishra, and one thing remains common: assault as well as the molestation of the girls. Keep tracking that story very closely, Bhaskar. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. Now let's tell you about another Air India technical snag that has come to the fore, and this will shock you. Delhi to Vienna AI-187 reported major technical issue in the aircraft, and as it dropped from 900 feet. The aircraft consisted of 242 passengers, and now DGCA has waded in and has ordered investigation into this. Pilot as well as security chief of that aircraft has been summoned to appear in front of the regulator, and also Air India top brass did not report to the regulators about this incident even after 38 hours of the AI-171 crash in which 100 of people died. This matter was reported to DGCA by one of the passengers who was traveling in that aircraft. Now let me take you through what lapses DGCA has found so far as the total investigation in this is concerned. Let me show you the details about the DGCA investigation. They have conducted investigation on several fleet of Air India, and let me show you what have they found so far. There are 5 major points that we will be telling you. The first one is recurring technical faults in their Air India flights. Same defect reported 15 times in one aircraft is what DGCA has learned. No action, no fixing the fault. This is what has been found so far. The other lapse that DGCA has found is expired equipments on board, and in the last few months DGCA has given several show cause notices to Air India regarding this specific point, but nothing has been done so far. Expired emergency exit slides which were also seen. The third one, in fact, lives have been put on risk is what DGCA had also said. Airline claim data oversight. This is another lapse that has come to the fore. Let's now tell you about the safety culture which is under fire, and this is what the DGCA has said. They said that multiple instances, despite intense vigil, and there have been safety culture which is under fire, aircraft with defects allowed despite tight surveillance. So without any surveillance, the aircraft are let to fly is what DGCA has said. There's a disconnect between, and this point is very important, Air India and its engineering arm. There's a complete disconnect is what has been found in this very crucial inspection. Let's tell you now more about the major monitoring gaps, what DGCA has found. Physical inspection mismatch with the digital record. So there is a mismatch between their own details log. Dog found under aircraft at the airport, and this has come to the fore when DGCA team was there at the spot to inspect their Air India fleet. And airport safety shocker is basic safety and parameter control not followed by Air India whatsoever. And last month, in fact, we see that tragic plane crash in Gujarat. Let me go across to our aviation expert, J.S. Bajpai. Thank you so much for speaking to Republic TV. Sir, how do you see this? Because what we are learning as far as this case is concerned, that there was a drop of 900 meter as far as Air India is concerned. How shocking is it? And how would you assess the situation? And what do you think would have led to that?
Ma'am, whatever points you have brought out in your news just now, all those points are absolutely correct. The most important point over there is the culture, in particular flight safety culture, which is the sole responsibility of Flight Safety Department of Air India. Now I will come back on the particular flight which you have mentioned. It was on 14 June, Delhi-Vienna flight. Aircraft had rolled out perfectly all right, but on approximately 2,500 feet, which is a crucial phase of the flying. There, it seems there was a turbulence. Normally, such a situation takes place in case of any CB cloud or any other weather phenomena. So I am very sure pilot should have checked the weather pattern over there. His weather radar must be on, and it seems there was some turbulence which had resulted in the speed drop and stick shaker, and pilot should have corrected this situation. I have been given to understand the concerned pilot has been grounded. Investigation is on. So these things speaks the safety culture prevailing as on date in Air India. I have been given to understand the SMS department over there is doing a very good job. However, the safety team, they have to pull up their shocks and they have to improve the situation. It could have been very disastrous.
Absolutely, 900 feet drop mid-air could have been disastrous. Thank you so much for speaking to Republic TV. And now we are shifting our focus to the state of Karnataka. Republic TV has exposed the biggest shocker in Karnataka's caste census survey that is currently underway. In Bangalore, the revenue staff was found sticking survey completed labels on home without even speaking to the residents whatsoever. No verification, no interaction, no protocol followed. In fact, exclusive documents and visuals access by Republic TV has raised questions on the entire exercise. If data was flawed, how valid is the census? Now, the survey started in May earlier this year, and this, as per the government, 100 crore will be spent on this entire exercise. This expose that you can see on the screen goes on to show how the public money is being spent on the survey, which is being done half-heartedly, as you can see in the visuals, without even speaking to the residents. These people on the screen that you can see are going from home to home, and they are pasting survey completed notice there, 100 crore spent on this, and this is what we are seeing. Let me go across to my colleague Abhishek, who joins us live in the broadcast with more details. Abhishek, this is very shocking because without even speaking to the residents there, they are pasting survey completed on several homes without any checks, without speaking to them. And what we are learning is that 100 crore will be spent on this entire exercise. Is this not the waste of public money?
This seems like another scam in the state of Karnataka, Akanksha, because the BBMP and the state government were supposed to conduct the caste census based on the locality, based on the ward, based on the Vidhana Parishad Assembly, based on the Vidhana Sabha Assembly. So the protocol that they had to follow is visit to each and every house, take their names, take their age, take their caste, take their education, put this all details on the paper or the format which they have been provided with. However, we have clearly shown on our screens to the viewers how this caste census is actually taking place. The staff run to the house, they paste the placard in front of the house, then they shift their attention to another house. The target of these staff is to complete pasting all the posters on the houses of various other people, click a picture of that and send it to their superior officer and show that they have completed their target of pasting the posters on the walls of various other houses. When Republic team questioned CM Siddaramaiah about this, he very clearly negates from whatever we have told him. He also says that he will not believe a journalist. He will not give a heed to the question of a journalist because he himself wanted to witness that. Despite showing him the visual of people or the staff running away after pasting those posters on the walls of the houses, he doesn't want to react or comment on the issue what we have shown as of now. So basically, this might be another type of scam which is started by the government of Karnataka for the people of Karnataka by using their own money. So the people of Karnataka might have to revolt once again with respect to the caste census, whatever is being taken out by the Karnataka government as of now. Akanksha.
Well, absolutely. Despite being shown this video, the Chief Minister has refused to respond on this. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for tracking that story. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. Now, shifting our focus to Thailand. It is once again gripped by political uncertainty as the Prime Minister has been suspended from her duties following a leaked phone call with a senior Cambodian politician, causing massive protests against her in the country. In the controversial call, she appeared to criticize a top Thai army commander, a move seen by many as crossing a political red line in a country where the military holds significant influence. Here's much more on that.
A leaked phone call and a political firestorm has put Thailand's PM under political scanner as PM Shinawatra has been suspended from her duties. It all started with a leaked phone call, which has now sparked an absolute furor in the region, with scores of people taking to the streets of Bangkok. The controversy erupted when Thai PM criticized top Thai army commander with a Cambodian politician. Soon after this controversy, people in large numbers started to protest against the Thai PM, with many accusing her of compromising the country's interest. Following the crisis, the Prime Minister issued statements where she stated, and I quote, "My real intentions over 100%. I wanted to protect the interests of the country, to protect our sovereignty, to protect the lives of all our soldiers, to bring peace to the country. I'm very confident about that, but my methods might have pleased some and upset some."
ว่าความตั้งใจเจตนาจริงๆเกิน 100% เนี่ยว่าดิฉันตั้งใจทำเพื่อประเทศชาติเพื่อรักษาไว้ซึ่งอธิปไตยของเราเพื่อรักษาไว้ซึ่งชีวิตของกองทัพของทหารทุกๆคนเพื่อสันติภาพนะคะที่จะเกิดขึ้นในประเทศของเรานะคะดิฉันมั่นใจในสิ่งนี้มากๆแต่วิธีการที่ดิฉันทำเนี่ยอาจจะถูกใจและไม่ถูกใจใคร
Following after, the Constitutional Court took cognizance of the situation and suspended the PM.
Now let's get you a good news. India is all set to bolster its naval strength with the commissioning of its latest warship, INS Tamal, in Russia today. Armed with the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, the state-of-the-art vessel marks a major milestone for the Indian Navy. INS Tamal comes with the surface-to-surface missile, 100 mm advanced gun and a quick attack anti-submarine rockets as well. Watch these visuals as I say goodbye.
In Indian mythology, Indra is the lord of thunder, lightning, and war. In the vast seas, his legendary weapon rises as a new warrior, INS Tamal. Second of the Tushil class, she is our 8th stealth frigate from Russia. Forged in the renowned Yandar shipyard, Tamal is a symbol of both a strategic partnership and Atmanirbhar Bharat. As the ship took shape, so did her crew. Established at Karwar in July 2024, Team Tamal undertook pre-deployment specialist training. Alongside, they set the standard and forged a spirit of camaraderie, transforming them into a credible, cohesive unit.
Tamal, Russian hull, Indian sword.
In February 2025, they traveled to Russia to commence rigorous theory and practical systems training. Tamal's BrahMos missiles enable engaging of targets at sea and land. The indigenous Hamsa NG sonar enables long-range detection of submarines. Ensuring the kill are Tamal's heavyweight torpedoes. A 12-barrel rocket launcher provides critical rapid attack capability.
हमेशा हर हाल
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be on your channel and particularly on the digital part of your amazing network. I've served in several Islamic countries, including several years in Sudan, which had Sharia law when I was there. And somebody even issued a fatwa against me, whatever that meant. Question here is, what does this fellow, this Ayatollah, Grand Ayatollah, whatever titles they give each other, Supreme Ayatollah or Major Ayatollah, or Captain Ayatollah or General Ayatollah, I don't know what they go around doing with themselves. What has he said against Netanyahu and President Trump? Has he said they should be killed? No, if he's the enemy of Allah, does it mean that somebody should take a pot shot at him? I'm not quite sure what it means. If they're trying to be oversmart, these jokers in Iran who have issued whatever they have issued against this guy. See, my understanding of fatwa, I spoke to many Islamic scholars and I've spoken again to them. A fatwa is a religious opinion, an opinion on a religious issue. For example, can I wear a striped shirt? And somebody might issue a fatwa saying, yes, it's legal in Islam. So it's a very complicated issue. But in recent times, we've been finding people issuing fatwas asking for the physical elimination of the people against whom the fatwa has been issued. This hadn't been done. In fact, funnily enough, it might amuse you, there used to be a fatwa against Coca-Cola also, because that drink is supposed to have gas or all kinds of things, and it uses some pigment or the other, uses something related to the pig, which is haram in Islam, so don't drink Coca-Cola. Then somebody issued a counter fatwa saying there's nothing wrong with that. Then there was the Ottoman chap when he was joining the war against the Allies in the First World War on the side of Germany. He got someone to issue a fatwa. So a fatwa normally would be issued by a mufti, a very qualified chap. Again, there's no list of fellows who can issue fatwas. Even Osama bin Laden issued a fatwa against somebody, and then somebody issued a fatwa against Osama bin Laden. So it became a bit of a joke over a period of time. My own feeling is that if the fatwa declares Trump to be the enemy of Allah, I think in the United States, having lived there for several years and going there every year, I don't think they'll even bother about it. Now, if some buffoon there thinks that this means that he has to physically harm the President of the United States, then of course it's a different matter altogether.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
When the United States sent B-2 bombers to hit Iran's underground nuclear facilities with their most powerful bunker buster bombs, the whole world was watching. And now, while everyone has been talking about that, India has been quietly working on its own solution to the underground bunker problem. And our approach is completely different. Well, India's Defence Research and Development Organization, the DRDO, is developing the conventional Agni 5 variant with a 7.5-ton bunker buster warhead that is capable of penetrating 80 to 100 meters underground before actually detonating. And unlike the nuclear-capable Agni 5, which has a range of about 5,000 to 8,000 kilometers, this version of Agni sacrifices the range for its payload, and that is limited to about 2,000 to 2,500 kilometers due to the heavier warhead that it will be carrying. The Agni 5's development cost was approximately $292 million, with each missile of the Agni 5 costing around $6 to $8 million US. See, the bunker buster variant's cost is not public, but estimates suggest that a 10 to 20% increase has been there due to specialized warheads and guidance systems. Potentially, that's about a $7 to $10 million per missile. So at this price, how does India's bunker buster compare to what the big players already have? The United States uses the GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator, a 13.6-ton bomb that is delivered by B-2 bombers, costing about $3.5 million per unit. It can penetrate up to 60 meters of concrete. Russia's KAB-1500L can penetrate 20 meters and is cheaper at roughly about $1 million per bomb, and that's deployed via aircraft. China's YJ-21 hypersonic missile with a limited bunker busting capability costs an estimated about $2.2 to $3 million, while India's missile-based approach is unique, offering flexibility over air-delivered systems.
Hi there, welcome to 6:30 p.m. live and breaking in Bengal as investigation picks pace. The reason why it might not lead anywhere comes out. Another TMC leader, a minister in Mamata government, makes yet another insensitive remark, perhaps an indication of the kind of patronage that the accused really enjoyed or even now enjoy. All that and more. Let's begin with the headlines. Republic investigation uncovers alleged TMC link with Kolkata rape case accused. Call for justice grows for Kolkata gang rape survivor. Protests against Mamata government in Kolkata. After video proof of custodial torture of Ajit Kumar, Madurai bench orders judicial probe. Tribunal observes RCB primarily responsible for Bengaluru Stadium stampede.
We might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible?
The Indian Navy The Indian Navy will formally commission its latest stealth frigate, INS Tamal, in a ceremony. In fact, it did commission it at a ceremony today at Kaliningrad, Russia. The event marked a significant milestone as INS Tamal is set to become the last of the foreign-built warships to be inducted into the Indian Navy, in line with the government's push towards indigenous defense manufacturing under the Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India initiative. So the commissioning was presided over by Vice Admiral Sanjay Jaisingh, Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief of Western Naval Command, as the chief guest, and will be attended by senior Indian and Russian defense officials. INS Tamal is the second of the Tushil class frigates and the 8th ship in the broader Krivak class series sourced from Russia over the last 2 decades. These are pictures from Kaliningrad of the ceremony where INS Tamal was commissioned into the Indian Navy, and these pictures, the handing over ceremony from the Russians to the Indian Navy, and Admiral Singh taking their charge. The ship is going to be commanded by Captain Sridhar Tata. He's a gunnery and missile warfare specialist, and Tamal is, as I mentioned, 8th of the multi-role stealth frigates in the series that have been commissioned by India from the Russian Krivak class, and this is going to be the sword arm of Indian Navy under the Western Naval Command. INS Tamal is going to join the Western Naval Command. The first ship of Tushil class was commissioned in December of 24, and that was in the presence of Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. But now you're seeing the ceremony, and this marks the formal induction of INS Tamal into the Indian Navy. The ceremony was kicked off with a guard of honor comprising personnel from the ship's crew and Russia's Baltic Naval Fleet. The ceremony was declared open by Andrei Sergeyevich Puchkov. He is the Director General of the United Shipbuilding Corporation, the firm which has made this warship. And then we had some inaugural speeches being made, and this was followed by the address of senior Russian government officials and, of course, Vice Admiral R. Swaminathan. These are more pictures of the ceremony. And can we cut to the nat sounds, listen to what's happening there? All right, we'll get the nats in a bit, but basically this is the commissioning ceremony taking place of INS Tamal, being the All right, BrahMos capable, BrahMos fitted INS Tamal with 26% indigenous component, of course, built at a Russian dockyard, but with a lot of Atmanirbhar indigenous component there, and the ceremony taking place in Kaliningrad, Russia, from where we are getting these pictures there. The ceremony, the joint ceremony between the Russian side and the Indian side, and chief guest of the occasion was Vice Admiral Sanjay Jasjit Singh, and this happens to be the 51st warship which India has taken from the Russians, bought from the Russians over the last 5 or 6 decades. All right, that's the ceremony taking place of INS Tamal's induction, formal commissioning into the Indian Navy. In fact, still staying with the Navy, but to another story, which is that the Indian Navy has pulled off a daring firefighting and rescue operation, saving 14 Indian crew members and their life from a major fire aboard a Palau-flagged tanker in the North Arabian Sea. Quick thinking, rapid deployment and courageous action from INS Tabar once again reinforced India's position as the first responder in the Indian Ocean region. These are pictures again coming in of the rescue act of the Navy, with INS Tabar reaching the spot after distress calls. All 14 crew members were of Indian origin, though it's a Palau flagged merchant vessel. And the firefighting on display using the helicopter on the INS Tabar. India's naval personnel and the firefighters on board reached the ship and rescued those on board first. All the 14 Indian nationals are said to be safe and evacuated, and this firefighting operation completely dousing the fire. All right, moving on, still with some more Navy news coming in a major thrust to Atmanirbharta, Udaygiri, the second warship of the Project P-17A, Nilgiri class stealth frigates designed by Warship Design Bureau of Indian Navy, overseen by the Warship Overseeing Team Mumbai and built by Mazagaon Docks, Mumbai, was delivered to the Indian Navy. That's also today in Mumbai. So while we had one warship joining Indian Navy in Kaliningrad, Russia, and the other one happening in Mumbai, India's naval might getting more muscle. This is a watershed moment for the Navy, as the Udaygiri is the 100th ship designed and delivered by the Warship Design Bureau. The warship is built with over 75% indigenous content and is equipped with state-of-the-art weapons and sensors. Udaygiri will boost the Indian Navy's combat readiness and blue water capability to safeguard our maritime interests in the Indian Ocean region. Another ship joining in, so effectively 2 major warships and frigates joining Indian Navy on the same day, one in Mumbai and the other in Russia, but essentially adding to India's seafaring capability, India's blue water naval strength, and of course both these ships would be joining the Western Naval Command as of now, INS Udaygiri and INS Tamal. All right, moving on to some political development, and absolutely unacceptable and very shameful statement coming in from TMC Minister Manas Ranjan Bhunia, where he has gone ahead to trivialize the rape cases happening in the state and said that if a small incident happens, a fuss is made out of it. Trinamool minister calling rape a small incident. Repeated rapes in Bengal and repeated connections emerging with the ruling party of patronage, of direct links, and now after Kalyan Banerjee and Madan Mitra, another minister, Bhunia, calling rape a small matter. Can we listen to him, what he's saying?
আর বাংলার দিকে তাকান, ছোট্ট একটা ঘটনা ঘটলেই গেল 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 রে, কি সর্বনাশ। হ্যাঁ, ঘটনা তো ঘটে, নিজের ফ্যামিলিতে ঘটে। হাজবেন্ড ওয়াইফকে মেরে দিচ্ছে বালিশ চাপা দিয়ে, ওয়াইফ প্রেমিকের সঙ্গে ঘুরতে গিয়ে বরকে ঠেলে দিচ্ছে পাহাড় থেকে। দিজ আর দ্য ক্রাইসিস অফ দ্য সোসাইটি। আর বাংলার দিকে তাকান, ছোট্ট একটা ঘটনা ঘটলেই গেল 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 রে, কি সর্বনাশ। হ্যাঁ, ঘটনা তো ঘটে, নিজের ফ্যামিলিতে ঘটে। হাজবেন্ড ওয়াইফকে মেরে দিচ্ছে বালিশ চাপা দিয়ে। ওয়াইফ প্রেমিকের সঙ্গে ঘুরতে গিয়ে বরকে ঠেলে দিচ্ছে পাহাড় থেকে। দিজ আর দ্য ক্রাইসিস অফ দ্য সোসাইটি।
Bhaskar joins us live from Kolkata. Bhaskar, he's saying that this is crisis of the society, but then the government is supposed to handle crisis of the society. What's the Trinamool government doing there?
एब्सोल्युटली अभिषेक, देखिए जिस तरह से बंगाल की मिनिस्टर, तृणमूल के मिनिस्टर मनोज भुइया ने आज ये कस्बा की जो गैंग रेप के एलिगेशन, गैंग रेप की जो घटना, इस घटना को छोटी घटना बताई। इसमें तो भाजपा के तरफ से और सारे विपक्ष दलों की तरफ से यही देख रहा है उन लोगों को कि ममता बनर्जी जिस तरह से सारे के सारे रेप की एलिगेशंस को छोटी घटना, वो कुछ नहीं है, वो एफआईआर था, ऐसे बोलती थी। अब उनके मिनिस्टर्स वैसे ही कस्बा की जो गैंग रेप की घटना, इस घटना को ऐसे वो बयां कर रहे हैं। देखिए जिस तरह से मनोज भैया ने ये दावा किया कि एक छोटी घटना है और इसको लेके बहुत शोर मचाया जा रहा है, फैमिली के अंदर भी ऐसा हो सकता है या फिर कोई घूमने गए थे वहाँ पे भी ऐसा हो सकता है, तो वो साफ तौर से कस्बा की जो गैंग रेप की घटना, इस घटना को बिल्कुल छोटी घटना के माफिक दिखाने चाहते हैं। और दूसरी तरफ ममता बनर्जी के सरकार के ऊपर ये सवाल भी अब आ रहे हैं कि अर्जीगढ़ के अभया की घटना के बाद ममता बनर्जी की पुलिस, ममता बनर्जी की एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आखिर क्या सबक सीखा था। एक इंस्टीट्यूशन के अंदर एक 19 साल की बच्ची की गैंग रेप की गई है और उसके ऊपर उनकी मिनिस्टर्स इसको छोटी घटना जैसे जो टर्म है, इस टर्म से बयां करने के लिए अब मजबूर बन रहे हैं। और ऊपर से देखिए गवर्निंग बॉडी का जो प्रेसिडेंट है वो भी तृणमूल कांग्रेस से, तृणमूल कांग्रेस के एमएलए है। उनके जब हम लोग उनसे सवाल पूछा कि कॉलेज अथॉरिटी की तरफ से आप बताइए आप लोग क्या स्टेप लिए थे, उनके पास भी कोई जवाब नहीं है। और देखिए एक तरफ ममता बनर्जी की सरकार पूरी तरह से फेलियर हो चुका है, ऐसा मानना है भाजपा जैसे विपक्ष दलों का। दूसरी तरफ ममता बनर्जी की मंत्री मनोज भुइया कस्बा गैंगरेप की घटना को छोटी घटना जैसे काम से बयां करने में अब व्यस्त है।
बिल्कुल भास्कर, छोटी घटना है और समाज की घटना है, समाज की समस्या है, सरकार का इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं। दैट सीम्स टू बी द ड्रिफ्ट ऑफ Mamata minister there in Kolkata. Moving on for now, big action in the Bikram Majithia drug money case. Remember, he was arrested by the Punjab government a couple of days back. Simultaneous raids on Majithia's hideouts in Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and Chandigarh being carried out by Punjab police because Punjab police believe that Bikram Majithia was running a drug cartel. Action is being taken on the basis of Majithia's identification and witnesses' statements, say police. These are pictures of the police raid being carried out at a place in Delhi. If we can get a reporter live, we'll have some information. We have Chandigarh correspondent Lalit Sharma joining us live. Lalit, where all are these raids taking place, and is the Punjab government of the view that this is a big syndicate that Bikram Majithia was running? Is this information coming in from Bikram Majithia's own interrogation?
If we talk about the Aam Aadmi Party government, especially the Bhagwant Mann, they are saying that Bikram Singh Majithia has been involved in the 540 crore disproportionate assets case. The case has been registered against that. But if you talk about the inputs, the sources, what they have been telling that from 2004 to 2017, there has been a drug cartel nexus which has been run from international areas, and Bikram Majithia was the one who was leading. So this is that money which has been used in that. So right now, the vigilance has registered a FIR in this fresh matter, and raids are being conducted all across the properties, whether it's in the native place in Amritsar Majita area, or in the Delhi, or in the Chandigarh house, or in the Shimla, where he has the property in Mashobra. So in number of places, the raids have been conducted by the Vigilance Bureau. Apart from that, what we are also learning that in this whole matter, the national narcotics would also look after in the whole matter, and the investigation would still continue. Tomorrow, the matter would be again go to the hearing in the district court in Mohali. Back to the studio.
Okay, thank you so much, Lalit. With those details in the Bikram Majithia case, Punjab police pressing on the paddle in the investigations on a drug cartel, which they believe or allege that Bikram Majithia was running. He, of course, was arrested a couple of days back. Moving on for now, another important breaking news development connected with the Ahmedabad air crash and the investigations and probes that are being carried out by the DGCA, Directorate General of Civil Aviation. They have pulled up Air India after meeting CEO of the airline and other officials, and they have said that recurring technical defects raise alarm, and this is following a DGCA audit, after which a probe has been ordered. Further investigation into Air India 187 incident also. In one instance, the DGCA found that after repeated underscoring of one particular fault, the same defect reported 15 times, which means it was not being corrected. There was no action, no fixing the fault. And similarly, other scrutiny led to suggestion of a failure to conduct thorough root cause analysis or take preventive action in this particular case. The regulator is understood to have expressed grave concern